say hi first to the audience. We are already in live.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Shalom, Elohim, peace of Christ to all of us. Welcome back to our channel. With me again, Pastor Sarah, in the Real Prophecies, with our brother Joe, Red Judaism. Yes, I know.
Shalom.
Yeah, Shalom, Joe. Okay, first, before we start, uh, we have to pray first in Indonesian. Okay, guys, let's pray. Terima kasih Tuhan Yesus untuk segala kebaikan-Mu. Dalam nama Tuhan Yesus pada saat ini kami memulai live streaming ini. Tuhan Kau ambil alih dari awal pertengahan hingga akhir. Di dalam nama Yesus, darah Yesus menutup bungkus betengi kami. Dalam nama Yesus dari ujung rambut sampai ujung kaki kami, terkhususnya aku hamba-Mu. Pengurapan kuasa otoritas penuh daripada Tuhan Yesus, wibawa daripada Kristus, mengurapiku dari ujung rambut sampai ujung kakiku, lidah, bibir, mulut, lidah, perkataanku, bahkan pikiranku penuhi dengan hikmat-Mu, sehingga apapun yang aku perkatakan itu dari Tuhan Yesus. Setiap apapun yang perkatakan Joe juga aku bisa menjelaskan, menerjemahkannya dengan sangat baik supaya bisa diterima oleh banyak jiwa, dimengerti, dipahami, bahkan juga untuk dilakukan oleh orang-orang sekeliling kami yang Tuhan percayakan kepada kami. Dalam nama Yesus, setiap jaringan internet kami, atmosfer air, udara, darat, juga api, semua dalam kendali-Mu. Tuhan, aku dalam kendali-Mu karena aku hamba-Mu, aku percaya satu hal, karena itu tunduklah kepada Kristus, lawanlah iblis, maka iblis akan lari padamu. Dalam nama Yesus, aku minta pengurapan kuasa otoritas-Mu, Tuhan, memenuhiku. Aku tidak mampu berbicara sendiri, aku perlu Engkau, Tuhan Yesus, yang memenuhiku dari ujung rambut sampai ujung kakiku, bibir, mulut, lidah, perkataanku, dengan penuh kuasa pengurapan daripada Tuhan Yesus, dalam nama Yesus. Api Tuhan menyertai saat ini dalam nama Yesus. Setiap orang yang haus dan lapar kebenaran-Mu, Tuhan, Kau dibukakan rahasia kerajaan surga-Mu dalam nama Yesus. Haleluya, haleluya, amin. Alright, guys, this live streaming in bilingual, in Indonesian and in English. Jadi ini dalam bahasa Indonesia, dalam bahasa Inggris. Nanti setelah Joe ngomong, terus lalu saya terjemahkan. So, I hope you understand what we're talking about here. Yeah. So, like in the screen, you can see this is about the Antichrist. Ini tentang Antikristus, that we have to know who is the Antichrist and how they work in the world. Ya, jadi kita harus tahu siapa itu Antikristus dan bagaimana mereka bekerja di dunia ini. So this is our brother Joe. Hi again, Joe. So you
Shalom.
can explain us. Yeah, you can start, Joe.
Shalom. Thank you for having me on the show. So I'll jump right into it. This before we start, though, I have to tell you that a couple of nights ago I told this story on an Indonesian channel, and
Wait.
Yes.
Slowly, so because I have to translate you, right? Jadi gini, saudara, ini ceritanya adalah kenapa Joe bisa ada di tempat ini, karena dia ingin cuman sharing saja. Beberapa hari yang lalu dia ada di live streaming seseorang di show-nya, pertunjukannya seseorang orang Indonesia. Okay, Joe, next.
And suddenly, one of the members who was watching, maybe he was drunk, but he suddenly started spouting hatred.
He.
2 nights ago. 2 nights ago.
Two nights, oke. Jadi 2 malam yang lalu, saudara. Jadi 2 hari yang lalu bisa dikatakan. Jadi ini sudah malam yang ketiga, jadi 2 malam yang lalu. Jadi waktu di live streamingnya seseorang ini, di channel seseorang ini, ada seorang pria yang seperti orang gila, seperti orang mabuk gitu ya, yang tiba-tiba nggak tahu ngamuk-ngamuk di situ. Laki-laki.
The StreamYard link was available to anybody, and he had jumped into the backstage and he was typing in the private chat a lot of hateful, very, very angry, very, very hateful things. And all I had done is told this story. That's all I'd done.
Oke. Jadi live streamingnya dia ini, orang yang punya channel ini, saudara, bisa dimasuki oleh siapapun juga. Ya, siapapun bisa masuk ke situ, melompat ke situ, masuk. Dan entah kenapa, ada satu orang pria yang lompat langsung ke room itu dan menulis semua komen-komen gitu di live chat itu dengan sangat brutalnya, dengan sangat sadisnya, dengan parah gitu. Dia nggak tahu kenapa. Next.
Well, and then last night, somebody else contacted me to talk about this story, and suddenly they also flipped, just changed, just like that, and started spouting hatred and anger all the time.
Okay. Dan semalam juga, malam setelahnya, berarti semalam, saudara, Tiba-tiba ada juga seseorang yang menghubungi Joe, terus dia itu juga membahas tentang cerita itu, bercerita tentang hal live streaming itu, dan nggak tahu kenapa tiba-tiba langsung berubah drastis gitu, marah, ngamuk-ngamuk, ada penuh kebencian dan kemarahan, dan dia juga nggak tahu kenapa. Joe nggak tahu kenapa. Oke, Joe.
The common thing about both of them was that they were expressing hatred and anger against Jews.
Wow. Dan kemarahan mereka, kebencian mereka itu cuma tentang satu hal saja. Mereka sangat benci, kebencian yang sangat-sangat kepada orang-orang Yahudi.
They seemed to be very angry that I had started to tell this story.
Mereka tuh tiba-tiba marah gitu aja, marah banget ketika Joe itu cerita tentang sejarah itu, cerita itu yang lagi dibahas mereka kemarin waktu live streaming itu, saudara.
It's almost as if there's a taboo, a secret taboo, which is meaning that this story should not be allowed to be broadcast, that people should not listen to this. It's almost like there is a plan to keep this story secret.
Oke. Jadi sebenarnya dalam live streaming itu, dalam cerita yang disampaikan Joe itu, ada hal-hal yang tabu. Tabu itu artinya yang pantang, yang dilarang, yang seharusnya nggak bisa disampaikan. Dan mereka nggak mengerti itu, gitu.
Okay, so we're going to tell the story. But
Oke,
I want...
jadi ini kita masuk ke ceritanya, saudara. Seperti apa ceritanya?
Okay, so but be aware that there may be people, when you tell this story to others, you just be aware that some people may suddenly change, and it looks like a demon possession. Maybe their voices change. The lady last night, while she was speaking, her voice just changed. So yeah, I know it sounds strange, but you'll see.
Oke, so jadi gini saudara. Jadi kita menyampaikan ini cuman hanya punya tujuan gini. Kalian tahu cerita ini seperti apa yang akan disampaikan oleh Joe ini supaya kita itu berhati-hati, waspada orang-orang yang seperti ini yang tiba-tiba nanti bisa seperti orang kerasukan, possessed by demon, kerasukan setan, saudara, berubah gitu aja. Bukan cuman dari karakternya, dari pembawaannya, dari sikap dia, respon dia, tetapi suaranya pun berubah, saudara. Voices change gitu, suaranya pun berubah. Jadi saudara harus tahu itu. Makanya ini kita sampaikan cerita ini. Oke, simak baik-baik saudara ya.
So I think that what is happening is that they are the followers somewhere, maybe not consciously, yes, but unconsciously, somewhere because of wrong doctrine or wrong foundational belief. Somehow they accidentally started to follow the wrong Jesus. And that's what is the trigger, maybe. When they hear this story, maybe it triggers them.
Oke, yang kita ceritakan ini saudara, ini tidak bicara tentang semua orang, ini hanya beberapa orang di beberapa daerah dan ini bisa terjadi di mana saja berada saudara. Ya bisa jadi memang mereka salah mengikuti doktrin, salah mengimani doktrin dari gerejanya, dari kepercayaan yang mereka jalankan dan mereka salah mengikuti doktrin intinya. Akhirnya ya seperti itulah mereka saudara. Jadi ini tidak mengeneralisasikan semua, tapi ada orang-orang seperti ini di banyak tempat, saudara ya.
Alright, so now let's start the story.
Okay.
The story begins in the last year of Jesus' ministry.
Oke, jadi ini ceritanya tentang tahun terakhir pelayanan Yesus Kristus ya.
Yeah, at that time, Mary Magdalene had been possessed by seven demons, and while she was possessed by 7 demons, she became pregnant in the act of adultery.
Oke, jadi dulu itu ceritanya begini, ada seorang wanita yang namanya Maria Magdalena dan dia itu kerasukan setan, 7 setan di dalam dirinya saudara, dan itu yang dia dapatkan dari hasil perjinahan, ya, adultery.
Yeah, so this story is a Jewish story, and it is called the Telia. Okay, it's called the Telia, or it's also called the Maaseh Yeshu. It's also called the Maaseh Talui. I'm going to share a picture of the book on the screen so that people can see which book I'm talking about.
Yeah, yes, better you share screen so people understand what you're sharing. Jadi gini, okay. Let me put it down. Jadi gini saudara, ini adalah cerita orang Yahudi ya, namanya tadi Talia ya. What do you say?
Mase Yeshu or
Masih
Mase
Yesus.
Kalui.
Ya, itu namanya saudara yang dikatakan oleh orang Yahudi ya, nama itu ceritanya tentang Maria Magdalena ini. Uh, but again, you can believe, you can not believe. Yeah, it's up to you guys. We don't care what your opinion here. We just sharing. You believe or not, it's up to you. Okay, guys. Jadi ini kita cuman sharing cerita. Kalian percaya atau nggak percaya itu terserah kalian, saudara. Kita nggak terlalu peduli banget. Yang pasti kita sharing karena percaya atau nggak percaya terhadap apa yang kami sampaikan itu urusan masing-masing. Right, Joe?
Yeah, okay. So that's the book we're talking about. That's where this story comes from. And I'm also expanding on the story by combining the information that we get from the New Testament, because the New Testament has some information about the story as well. So I'm
Wow, New
expanding upon
Testament
that.
tuh? New
Yes,
Testament.
the New
Oke,
Testament.
wow. Jadi si Joe juga, saudara, mengajarkan tentang ini, menceritakan tentang ini, dan menggabungkannya dengan perjanjian baru. Karena memang perjanjian baru dalam Alkitab, Joe katakan ada banyak memberikan informasi tentang hal ini, saudara. Jadi memberikan informasi bahwa cerita ini ada benarnya gitu loh. Oke, Joe.
All right, so the foundation of the story is that it starts with Miriam Magdala. That's Mary Magdalene, Magdalena.
Magdala. Oke, jadi ceritanya itu tentang Maria Magdala yang adalah Maria Magdalena kalau menurut Alkitab, saudara.
Now, according to this story, the Jewish story says that she was betrothed to be married. Then she was raped by somebody from the family of Joseph. That is the father of Jesus of Nazareth. But from his family, they were a royal family. Do you understand? A royal family.
Oh, wait. So she was raped before she married?
Before she got married, when she was engaged to be married.
Was engaged but not married yet.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
From Joseph's family.
Yes, a member of the royal family of David.
Joseph of the Nazareth.
Yes.
Joseph, you mean Jesus' dad? Jesus
That's
from
right.
the Nazareth,
Yes.
our Jesus?
Yes.
Okay. Jadi gini, saudara.
It wasn't Joseph, it was from his family, yes?
Yes, I know. Not this Joseph, but Joseph has a family. But this Joseph means it's Jesus' father, right?
Yes, that's right.
Oke. Nah, jadi Joe bilang cerita Maria Magdalena ini gini, saudara. Si Maria Magdalena ini waktu itu sedang bertunangan. Ya, belum menikah, bertunangan. Tapi dia diperkosa. Sorry bahasa saya, tapi memang cuma bahasa itu yang bisa ya. Jadi dia diperkosa oleh seorang laki-laki dari keluarganya Yusuf. Nah, keluarga Yusuf ini adalah Yusuf bapaknya Yesus, Yesusnya kita ya. Tuhan Yesus yang adalah Mesias kita itu, saudara. Tapi bukan si Yusuf itu, dia punya keluarga gitu loh. Dia punya saudara, entah saudara jauh atau saudara yang dekat, yang jelas dikatakan dia adalah one of the member of the family of Joseph, right?
That's right, yes.
Right, okay.
This royal family are called Netzarim.
Netzarim?
Yes, it means...
Oh, his name. Name.
The royal family are called Netzarim. It means the silence.
Like his
branches.
family's name.
Everybody who descends from David, all the descendants of David are called Netzarim. It means branches or the roots. It's a phrase which appears in Isaiah.
Jadi ada satu kelompok, saudara, kalau kita bilang mungkin is that based on the name of the place?
No, it's based on a prophecy in Isaiah. Out of the stump of Jesse, a root shall go forth. You remember the prophecy?
Which prophecy of Isaiah? Jadi ini namanya Netzarim itu berdasarkan dari nubuatannya Yesaya, saudara. About?
I'll tell you the verse now. Give me a second.
Do you have the verse?
I'll find it now. So Jesse is...
Jadi nama yang pemerkosa ini, saudara, yang memperkosa Maria Magdalena itu, dia dari keluarga yang
chapter 11. It's chapter 11, verse 1. A shoot will come forth out of the stump of Jesse. From the roots of a branch will bear fruit.
Is that Isaiah?
Yes, I'll show you
Isaiah chapter what?
Chapter 11, verse 1.
11, verse 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me share the screen.
I'll share this screen with you. Yeah, hold on. Are you sharing your own verse?
Yeah, sharing the okay, wait. Where are we? Sorry. Yeah, oh wow.
Here we go.
Sorry. Where are you? Okay, here. Sorry, because it's been long time I don't use
It's all
anymore.
right. It's okay.
Oke, guys, ini kita bisa baca di sini ya. Kalau dalam bahasa Inggrisnya, ini Alkitab saya bahasa Inggris bahasa Indonesia, oke? Ini yang terjemahan LAI. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall
And that's
grow.
the word. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
of
that's
his
the
root.
word. A branch. The word netzer here. If you see this in Hebrew,
Oh,
netzer.
this
Yeah.
his roots.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the word. It's a sprout, a shoot. So the singular form of net is netzer, and the plural form is netzerim, and it means the descendants of David.
wait. I think I have to open my Hebrews, Greek and Hebrews.
Okay.
Wait. Phew. Isaiah, where are you? Isaiah 11, chapter 1, verse 1. Wait. This one. Okay, I think this. Hota should Sorasai. Is that Hota?
Netzer. Can you see netzer? On the second line.
First one of the
No, on the no. Line 1 on the Hebrew. Can you see the second line down?
second.
Yes,
Oh
that's it.
yeah, Nesser. This
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, oke. Jadi seperti kayak pohon ara ya. Ini keturunan ya. Oke, I understand now. Ini jadi kayak keturunan saudara ya. Jadi keturunan.
So the royal family are called the Netzarim, plural form, because they all are descendants of Jesse. So that's called.
Jadi nama keluarganya itu Netzarim saudara. The family's name. Jadi the Netzarim yang orang yang memperkosa, the guy who raped Magdalena, right?
He was one of them. Yes,
One of them. Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, there are thousands of these. Now, when we talk about one of the members of the royal family who is a bad guy, okay, if somebody's bad, we make a joke about their name and we change their name slightly. Instead of calling Netzer, we call them Notzrim instead of Netzrim. Okay, and I'm going to share this for you. You can see.
Okay, wait. Jadi gini saudara, ternyata yang namanya memplesetkan nama seseorang karena seseorang itu tidak baik atau jelek atau buruk saudara, itu nggak berlaku cuma di Indonesia aja ya saudara. Di Yahudi pun begitu juga orang-orang Yahudi. Jadi kalau yang nggak suka karena memang kelakuannya atau orangnya memang jelek, buruk ya, entah itu dia sendiri dari keluarga mana gitu, kadang mau diplesetin itu nama keluarganya. Kalau orang Batak bilang marganya ya mungkin ya, gitu saudara. Jadi yang tadinya harusnya before it should be Nasser become Nasser, right? Nasser?
Yes, so Netzer changes into Notzer, and this is because if you can see on the screen I'm sharing right now.
So what's the meaning of this Notzer?
I'm showing you on the screen right now. It's from 2 Kings chapter 17 and 18. Can you see?
Oh, okay. From the tower
of the Notzrim. So it means, so the word is translated into English as watchman, but in Hebrew it really kind of means witches or sorcerers or warlocks, like that. And it's kind of making fun of the royal family. Yeah,
okay, I understand.
Yeah. It's making fun of the royal family of the northern kingdom of Israel. You know, when they went astray and they secretly did things against the Lord.
So the family's name become this watchman.
Yes.
Okay. So, let me translate. Jadi gini saudara. Okay. What?
Well, I was going to say the English translation is watchman, but actually that's not really what it means.
Yeah, I know. But I know, understand. But this is the bad meanings, by the way. Actually, I got it.
Because if you see what it says in Kings, it says these are the sons of Israel who
I
secretly
know, and
did
secretly
things
did.
against the Lord.
Yes,
Yes,
I know, I
yes.
know, I know. Jadi gini saudara, jadi ini familinya nggak tahu lah dalam bahasa apa di sana ya, tapi yang jelas watchman ini maksud adalah pengintip atau pengeten. Jadi tukang ngintip saudara. Jadi nama keluarganya dibikin jadi nama si tukang ngintip gitulah, si tukang ngeten. Karena memang kerjanya ngintip dan memperkosa gitu loh saudara. Right? Iya.
So they secretly do things which are against the God,
You
and
know,
they
it's like almost same. You can say like stalking, but in secretly.
yes,
Stalking, yes.
yeah.
Hmm. Jadi
So
ini ngintip secara rahasia. Jadi diam-diam pengintip saudara, pengeten ya.
so their towers are called the towers of the watchmen, or the towers of the Notzrim, and in this case, it's a
Yeah,
reference to the kings of the northern tribes of Israel.
I know. Yeah, yeah, I got it.
Mhm.
Hmm. Jadi itu nggak benar-benar pengamat ya saudara. Kalau saudara lihat ada YouTube channel Watchmen itu kan pengamat akhir zaman gitu ya. No, itu bukan. Tapi ini memang jelas-jelas pengintip yang memata-matai secara rahasia. Jadi memang kalau bahasa Jawanya itu pengeten, tukang ngintip gitu. Jadi orang yang suka bintitan tuh katanya kan tukang ngintip. Nah, itulah dia. Jadi mereka memplesetkan nama keluarganya menjadi si tukang ngintip gitu.
Okay,
Oke, next.
we've got two words. One is netzer, and the other is notzer, and
Hmm,
it's actually referring to the same group of people, but netzer is just the name,
hmm.
honest, straightforward name, and we say notzer when we're kind of hinting that this particular netzer was not a good man. Okay.
Yeah, reminding us about how bad
Yes.
they are, right?
Yes.
Nah,
Yes.
jadi pertama notser saudara itu yang memang ini orang yang sama, kelompok yang sama, keluarga yang sama saudara. Cuman yang kata keduanya itu tadi itu plesetan untuk mengingatkan bahwa kelakuan mereka itu memang si tukang ngintip, tukang memerkosa, cabul. Nah, it's almost like the prophet besides.
Sorry, what did you say? It's almost like what?
The prophet besides another prophet, the false
Another,
prophet.
yes, false prophets. Yes, they are false
Almost like
prophets.
that.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
All
Okay.
right. So we've got the clear point here now. So
Okay.
one of the Netzarim, a member of the family of Joseph and the paternal line of Jesus, right? One of
Mm,
them was a bad man. He was a Notzri instead. Okay, and
mm.
he raped Magdalena, Miriam Magdala, while
Okay.
she was engaged to get married, but she was also possessed by 7 demons. According to the Bible, it says she was possessed by 7 demons at that time.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You mean wow. So actually this guy was possessed by 7 demons, but
No,
because he
she
raped
yes. So he raped her, and
Magdalena. So
the
this
demons
demon
went into her.
okay
Yes.
came to her. Came
Yes.
to her. Oh my
Yes.
God. Like transfer. Oh
Yes.
wow. Jadi gini saudara. Jadi ini si yang satu keturunannya si Yusuf ini yang dari Nazaret ini bapaknya Yesus keturunannya ya. Dia punya saudara yang tadi dari Nazarin ini yang keluarga yang dikenal dengan nama keluarganya itu Nazarin. Nah, itu satu orang di situ yang sangat jahat. Dia yang setelah memperkosa Maria Magdalena. Kalian tahu Maria Magdalena itu wanita yang dulu hampir dirajam batu ya, tapi diselamatkan oleh Yesus gitu ya. Nah, dia menjadi salah satu murid Yesus. Jadi dia diperkosa oleh salah satu keluarga dari Yusuf, bapaknya Yesus, dari Nazaret ini saudara. Nah, dari keluarga Nazarim. Jadi si laki-laki ini memperkosa Maria Magdalena ketika Maria Magdalena sudah bertunangan dengan laki-laki lain, hampir menikah, mau menikah saudara, sudah bertunangan. Nah, laki-laki ini dia kerasukan setan, dia ditunggangi sama roh jahat 7 setan. Nah, ketika dia memperkosa si Maria Magdalena, 7 setan ini pindah ke Maria Magdalena, transfer gitu saudara. Terimpartasi. Jadi Maria Magdalena dirasuki 7 setan. Oke.
Yeah. Okay, so as you know, it says in the gospel that Jesus cast out the 7 demons from her, right?
Yes.
So you should translate that.
Okay, pardon me again because I'm focused with the screen here. You're sharing.
Sorry. Just I'm sharing that while we're talking about the story to remind people we're talking about people who do secretly do things against the Lord. So the point is that Jesus of Nazareth cast out the 7 demons from her. But according to the Jewish story, by the way, just so you know, the man who raped.
Pardon, Joe. Again, you mean who transferred demon from her? You said from her or this guy?
Jesus of Nazareth cast out, exorcised the demons from her. He
Oh,
exorcised.
Jesus from Nazareth. Oke.
He
Jadi Yesus
exorcised.
dari Nazaret mengusir 7 roh jahat dari Maria Magdalena, saudara.
Do you remember I don't remember the verse, but it says that Jesus
I
had
ever heard.
exorcised 7 demons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now, just so you know, according to our Jewish records, the man who raped her was called Yossi, which is unfortunately my name. Okay, but I promise you, I'm not him. Okay, just so you know.
I have friends. Name is Yossi.
Okay. So just so you know, that's the name. Now, some people say this is Joseph, but remember, Joseph was already dead when Jesus was grown up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's not Joseph, but it's somebody from the family, and his name was Yossi.
Yossi, oke. Jadi saudara, nama pemerkosa itu namanya Yossi. Tapi banyak orang salah paham, dikira Yossi ini adalah si Yosef atau Yusuf, bapaknya Yesus. Bukan, ya saudara. Itu kesalahpahaman. Karena pas kejadian ini si Yusuf sudah mati. Nggak mungkin melakukan itu. Jadi si Yossi ini adalah garis keturunan dari Yusuf, tapi bukan dari Yusuf langsung ya. Tapi masih ada hubungan keluarga dengan dia, masih ada dengan turunannya dia, gitu. Dan namanya Yossi.
Yeah. And in Yiddish culture, in Ashkenazi, Eastern Yiddish Ashkenazi culture, we have a nickname for this this man. We call him Yossel Pondrik. Okay, Yossel Pondrik.
Yossel Pondrik.
Yes, it's a nickname we call him in Eastern Yiddish Ashkenazi culture. We call him Yossel Pondrik.
What's the meaning?
That's just a nickname we call him, Yossel Pondrik. So that's
just a nickname. Oh, jadi what's the culture? You have a many cultures, you said?
You know, in the Jews of Eastern Europe are called Ashkenazi. And yeah, in Eastern Ashkenazi culture, we call him Yossel Pondrik.
Jews in East.
In the Eastern, yeah, like Eastern Europe, like Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Belarus, yeah.
Jadi
we refer
orang
to
Yahudi ini, orang-orang Yahudi Eastern itu orang di timur Yahudi, saudara, itu mereka punya budaya yang namanya, what is the name of the culture you said?
Ashkenazi.
Ashkenazi. Dan dia jadi nama si Yossi ini dipanggil mereka dengan Yossi
Yossel Pondrik. Pondrik. Yeah, Yossel Pondrik. Okay, so, and the story is that Yossel Pondrik raped her in the middle of winter. Okay, when it was in the middle of winter, he raped her. Yes, and so we have some culture about we do some things as a result of this story. Jewish people in Eastern Europe, we tend to wear garlic. You know, garlic, like people wear garlic to keep away the vampires. So we tend to wear garlic in the middle of winter, and we eat a lot of garlic to keep away the demons of Yossel Pondrik. And we don't have sexual relations with our wives on the darkest night of the year.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, just to make sure. Yeah.
Oke, jadi ceritanya kejadian perkosaan ini saudara, itu di pertengahan musim dingin ya saudara, di pertengahan musim dingin, in the middle of the winter. Jadi pada saat itu orang-orang Yahudi punya kebiasaan, budaya, kepercayaan begini saudara, kalau musim dingin itu perempuan laki-laki suami istri nggak boleh melakukan hubungan suami istri karena pada saat itu ada banyak setan di mana-mana saudara di musim dingin. Makanya mereka punya kepercayaan menggantungkan, menaruh bawang putih depan pintu atau di sekitar rumahnya dia dengan maksud supaya tidak ada setan masuk ke rumahnya gitu loh saudara. Jadi nggak ada yang namanya persetubuhan di selama musim winter. Itu kepercayaan orang Yahudi pada saat itu, di orang Yahudi di sebelah timur sana saudara.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we eat garlic and we don't have sexual relations in the darkest night, so that we don't repeat the actions of Yossel Pondrik. That's our culture. Did you translate that already?
Yeah. Is that only in the midnight or in the morning you can make it, or
Sure. Yes.
just
And actually, it's just the darkest night, the longest,
all right?
it's called the shortest day of the year. In the shortest day, we call on that time we don't have sexual relations with our wives, and we
Mm.
eat garlic to prevent us from repeating the sin
Or you eat
of.
garlic? Not
Yeah,
you
we
put
eat.
you
Yeah,
hang up the garlic in the
we hang up garlic like to keep away the vampires. We do it to keep away Yossel Pondrik, right? It's kind of like to keep away the spirit of Yossel
Oh, so
Pondrik,
it's not only hang up, but you
eating
also
it,
eat that.
and
Okay,
we don't have sexual relations because
right.
we want to keep away the spirit of Yossel Pondrik.
Okay. Oh, I see. I see. I see.
Yeah,
So you believe uh, this spirits? Oh,
of
I see. I
Yossel
see.
Pondrik because he is
Yes,
possessed by
upon.
demons, right? So we want to keep
All
away
right.
that demon, right? Yeah,
So you name the demon with
the demons
his name.
with his name. That's right. Yes,
Oh, right. Okay, I understand. Jadi gini, saudara. Jadi mereka ini punya. Jadi gini. Ini kan walaupun sudah mati, saudara si Yosi, even he died, but until
yes,
now the Jewish also did same ya. Jadi percaya believe that the spirit still to
because he's a
have to be
demon.
there.
Yeah,
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 the
yeah,
demon because this demon because demon is spirit. She
yes,
cannot destroy it. Ya, not
yes.
yet gitu.
And this
Jadi
demon has 7 heads. It's a seven. It's like a sevenfold
seven
demon.
heads.
Yeah, yeah.
Oke, jadi iblis ini punya 7 kepala, saudara. Dan ini karena dia namanya setan, itu kan roh. Jadi bagaimanapun sekalipun si Yosi yang pemerkosa Maria Magdalena ini sudah mati pun, tetap orang Yahudi itu tetap membawa cerita itu sampai hari ini dan percaya bahwa roh itu ada di situ masih karena namanya setan. Itu roh, saudara ya. Dia bisa di mana saja dan tidak bisa dibinasakan, setidaknya sampai saat ini belum binasa. Nah, jadi orang Yahudi itu percayanya gini, setiap musim dingin, every winter, jadi setiap malam, mau itu dari mulai maghrib yang jelas ketika disebut malam sampai besok paginya, mereka tidak boleh melakukan hubungan suami istri.
Mm.
Sexual intimate, no,
Relation.
nothing like
Yeah,
that, relationship like nothing, even though you're husband and wife. Jadi sekalipun
that's right.
kalian suami istri, tetap nggak ada hubungan suami istri gitu loh, melakukan persetubuhan karena nanti bisa dimasukin itu gitu loh, saudara, sama roh si Yosi ini yang udah dibilang Yasrul Amrik ini, saudara. Nah, jadi mereka cara mencegahnya itu mereka bukan cuma menggantung garlic ini, bawang putih ini di pintu-pintu jendela di setiap manapun di sekitar rumahnya, tapi juga mereka memakannya dan juga tidak melakukan hubungan suami istri. Jadi sekalipun itu digantung dan dimakan, mereka tetap tidak melakukan itu pada saat malam hari, saudara. Ya.
Okay. So now, after Jesus was crucified
Karena
and
wait. Karena they believe kalau kalian melanggar ini, kalian akan kemasukan sama rohnya si Yosi ini, gitu loh, kerasukan, possessed by the demon, right? If you not do these 3 things in the winter, you can
yeah.
possessed by this demon.
Well, we do a lot of things to make sure that we're not possessed by demon, but I won't tell you today. I'll tell you another day because it's
Okay,
a lot of
but
things
about
we
the
do.
story about
Yeah,
in the winter, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So she was raped in the winter, and then Jesus of Nazareth was crucified and ascended into heaven in the springtime, and she gave birth in the autumn time.
Wait. Pardon? Can you repeat?
So Magdalena was uh, raped in the
Possessed.
wintertime. In the wintertime, this is the last year of Jesus's ministry. She was raped in the wintertime, and then Jesus cast the 7 demons out of her. Then Jesus was crucified and he ascended into heaven. And then that happened in the springtime. And in the autumn time, around September, Magdalena gave birth to the child that she had conceived when she was raped.
Wait. Jadi waktu itu Magdalena itu kan diperkosa di musim dingin, saudara. Dan Jesus crucified in the springtime, you said?
That's right. Yeah,
Jadi Yesus itu disalibkan di musim semi. And Jesus went to heaven when you
yeah.
said?
In the springtime, you remember Passover. He was,
Iya, setelah Passover. Jadi Yesus naik ke sorga, kembali ke sorga itu di musim semi, and then
and then in the September, in the autumn time, Magdalena gave birth to a son.
dan waktu di September itu musim gugur, saudara, autumn, itu Magdalena melahirkan. Jadi
Yeah,
itu urutannya ya, saudara. Jadi supaya kalian tahu, jangan kalian because like this, Joe.
yeah.
Because shall I mention the religion?
Not yet. Which religion? Judaism?
The Muslims, no, the Muslims, because they always, you know, um, say that Magdalena and Jesus have a scandal.
Right. Yeah. Now that's probably because the name Yossi in Greek is Joseph, which sounds like Jesus. So that's the we're going to tell.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you
okay,
this the whole story. You're going to see
okay,
all of this you've heard about is part of the story.
right.
I'm going to explain it
Yes,
later.
yes.
You'll see. Just
Hold
hold on.
on. I'm on
Hold on.
fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold it.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Now,
because yeah, no, like this, because these explanations
yeah.
make it clear.
You're going to,
Everything,
everything is
yeah.
going to become clear.
Mhm.
All right.
So
Everything.
yes. So when the Muslims accusing Jesus, accusing Christians, when they said that Jesus have affair with Magdalena,
Yeah.
it's answer now.
Well,
Nothing
those Muslims are not
relation.
those
Yes,
Muslims are not who they say they are. They are actually not some. You're going to see. There's a big secret society all around the world,
exactly,
and they pretend to be
exactly.
Christians. They pretend to be Muslims. They pretend to be
That's
Jews.
why I
They're
always
very
love you,
yes,
Joe. I
yes.
love you, bro. You are my bro.
They are.
Jadi gini, alright, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
Okay.
Jadi
Okay.
gini, saudara ya.
Yeah.
Jadi jelas, saudara. Jadi saya ulangi ya. Magdalena rape on the winter, in the winter.
Yes.
Jadi
Yes.
si Magdalena itu diperkosa di musim musim dingin, ya. Dan Yesus itu disalibkan naik ke surga itu di musim semi. Pahami saudara, in the spring weather, in the spring season.
Yeah.
Nah, jadi si Maria Magdalena itu dia melahirkan di musim gugur. Jadi itu sangat tidak mungkin, it's very impossible that Jesus have affairs with Magdalena. It's impossible, not Jesus ya. Jadi terjawab sudah apa tuduhan orang-orang Muslim juga di sini bahwa bukan Yesus tapi Yosi. Yosi ini bukan Yesus, bukan juga Yusuf, saudara. Ya, hanya Yosi dari keluarga keturunannya Yusuf, tetapi bukan Yusuf. Yusuf sudah mati waktu itu, dan Yesus pun tidak ada hubungannya saat itu. Oke, saudara? Oke, Jo?
You know, actually, Joses, Joses,
Ya.
is the how you spell Yossi in the Bible. The name
Yes,
Joses,
yes,
he is actually mentioned in the Bible, a relative of Jesus, a relative of Joseph.
it's Jesse. In
Not Jesse,
Isaiah,
no, not Jesse, no, Joses. I'm going to spell it Joses, Joseph, like this. Okay. Can you see that?
or
This,
Joseph.
yeah, Joseph, this relative is mentioned in the Bible, okay? And I think it's when Jesus is in Nazareth, which is Nazareth is a city, is the town named after the Netzarim, okay? It's named after these people. The town of Nazareth is Nazrat, which is actually from this root word here, Netzar, okay? So it means the town of the Nazarenes, the towns of these Netzarim. And in the town of Nazarenes, in
Like
Netzarim,
this, right? Wait.
yeah,
Joseph from Nazareth, but Joseph isn't Jesus.
that's right. He's not Jesus. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So when Jesus goes to Nazareth and declares himself to be the Messiah in Nazareth, the people are shocked and they say, "Well, wait a second. Don't we know his family? Don't we know Mary, his mother, and his sisters, and James, his brother, and Joseph?" And they actually mention Joseph one time in the Bible. He's mentioned Joseph. He's mentioned. So
Yeah.
he was, yeah. So he's one of the family, but he's not. It's not Jesus. It sounds like Jesus. So the Muslims are just confused,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah,
but they're
because
not
they love.
Muslims.
because they love accusing and insulting Jesus, right? Not
Yeah, but
surprised.
those people are not real Muslims. We're going to find out who they are in a minute. I'm going to explain the whole story to you.
Oke. Nah, ini saudara, jadi kalau yang dikatakan itu Joses, Joses untuk orang si Yosi itu disebut dengan Joses, saudara, oleh orang Yahudi, saudara ya, dalam tulisan Ibraninya, Hebrew in Hebrew. Tetapi Joses memang kelihatannya sounds like Jesus, ya, sounds a bit similar like Jesus. Nadanya, suaranya kalau disebutkan itu mirip-mirip Yesus. Joses, Jesus, kan mirip-mirip, tetapi Joses bukan Yesus, saudara. Walaupun sama-sama from the Nazareth, walaupun sama-sama dari Nazaret dan dia keturunan Yusuf, tetapi dia bukan Yesus. Oke, paham saudara? So Joses isn't Jesus.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. And this is, just so you know, this is from the Gospel of Matthew. The story is mentioned in the Gospel of Matthew, I think, chapter 13, verse 55. I'll just share it on the screen for you. And they say, isn't this the carpenter's son?
Matthew chapter what?
Matthew chapter 13, verse 55. I'm going to share the screen now here. Can you see it? So in 1355, isn't this the son of the carpenter? Is not the mother of him called Mary, and the brothers of him called James? And they say Joseph here, okay? But in the other, but in Luke, I think they call him Joseph. So they have a name in him. Where is it?
Jadi ada di Matius ini, saudara, ayatnya, dia bapaknya aja lain, mamanya lain, saudara, yang pemerkosa ini. Jadi bukan Yesus ya.
I'm trying to work out where they say this in the other place. What it says, aren't his brothers with us, James and Joseph? Let me try and find that passage there. Jesus in Nazareth. Rejection of Nazareth. Yeah, here it is. I think it's in Luke.
Luke.
Yeah.
Di Lukas ya, saudara. Luke.
Yeah,
Luke.
I think.
Chapter.
Or is it Mark? Matthew, Mark. Maybe Mark here. There's Mark.
Okay, Joe, waiting for you.
Yeah. There it is. It's Mark. It's Mark. There it is.
Mark 6.
Mark chapter 6, verse 3. Yeah. So.
Verse what?
Verse 3.
Verse
they
3.
Call him. Actually, he's called Yosetos. Yosetos.
Let me tell the Indonesians.
Mm-hmm.
Mark
chapter 6, verse 3. Pretty sure that there's another verse. They translate
Mark chapter what you said?
Chapter 6, verse 3.
6, verse 3. Oke, saudara, ini artinya kalau di di LAI itu bahasanya, bukankah ya ini tukang kayu anak Maria, saudara, Yakobus, Yoses. Oh, I see.
Do you see it?
Wow. Ya, saudara Yakobus. Oke, Yudas, Yoses, Yudas dan Simon, dan bukankah saudaranya yang perempuan ada bersama kita lalu mereka kecewa. Ya, Yoses was mentioned here.
That's right. And I think it's the only time he's mentioned in the whole Bible. He's not mentioned again. So he's somebody who is a relative of Jesus, and he lives in Nazareth, or he comes from Nazareth. He's a Nazarene. Anyway, so he's the one we call Yossel Pondrick. He was possessed by the demon. He raped Magdalena, and he cast the demon into Magdalena through rape when he raped her. Okay? So we've got...
So, wait, Joe. I think I have to share this to people. Wait, hold on. Don't touch anything. I have to, to add this verse showing this one, Bible, Indonesian Bible. Okay guys, you can read here. Ini ayat ketiga, orang Indonesia baca ya. Bukankah ini ia tukang kayu anak Maria, saudara Yakobus, Yoses, Yudas dan Simon, dan bukankah saudara-saudaranya yang perempuan ada bersama kita lalu mereka kecewa dan menolak dia. Di sini kalian bisa lihat ada Yoses itu ya. Yoses itu disebut di sini. Nah, inilah Yoses yang memperkosa Maria Magdalena. This is the Joseph from the roots, keturunan dari Joseph. Joseph from the Nazareth. Jadi ini keturunan dari si Yusuf dari Nazaret. Dari Maria ya keturunannya, tapi namanya Yoses. Jadi Yoses ini bukan Yesus. Paham saudara ya? Jadi kalau dibilang dia tukang kayu tapi bukan Yesus, tapi Yoses. Ya, paham saudara? Oke.
Now,
Next.
so his son through Magdalena was born in the autumn, in September time, right?
Jadi anaknya si Maria Magdalena itu lahir di musim gugur di bulan September, autumn season ya, musim gugur. Okay.
Yeah, and he grew up, and Magdalena. Well, first of all, Magdalena named him after her teacher. She named him Jesus.
Wow, why?
Yes, why?
Why? Magdalena, what's wrong with you?
Well, because she loved Jesus, she respected her teacher, so she wanted to name her son. Yes,
yeah,
okay. I know.
She even never loved Jesus. Even Jesus died in the cross.
Yes. So but it's a very common name, in the Mediterranean. Many Spanish people are called Jesus. Many Portuguese are called Jesus. It's a very popular name in many.
Starting here,
so it caused a big trouble. Yes, because she called him Jesus, and yes, that's right.
Magdalena, what's wrong with you?
Explain to your audience.
Okay, let me explain. Jadi saudara, jadi itu kan saudara, anak si Yosi yang memperkosa si Maria Magdalena ini, yang tadi kemasukan oleh 7 roh jahat tadi saudara, si Maria Magdalena melahirkan itu di musim gugur, ya di September. Nah dia pertama namanya itu kan, dia menamakannya namanya Yesus saudara. Saking cintanya dia terhadap gurunya, terhadap Yesus, ya yang sudah menyelamatkan dia, yang harusnya dia mati dirajam oleh batu. Terus yang Yesus menulis di tanah itu saudara akhirnya diselamatkan. Saking cintanya dia kepada Yesus yang adalah gurunya. Nama anaknya ini itu dinamakan Yesus. Itulah mulainya permasalahan sampai hari ini. Okay.
Yeah, it gets even worse than that. Because remember, what tribe was he from? What family was he from? His father.
Yeah.
Which family was he from? His father's family.
His family?
Yes.
Did she put the name family?
Yes.
What's the name family?
Nazarene.
Nazarene. Okay. Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Wait, no. So his name is Jesus Nazarene.
I got it now. My God. Why? This is what you said to me before.
Yes.
Worshipping Jesus, another Jesus.
Yes.
That they think Jesus the Messiah from the Nazareth, but they worship Jesus the Nazarene.
Jesus, yes.
My God, Joe.
Wait, I'll tell you the story.
Oh,
yes,
wait, Joe, wait.
Okay.
Wait, it's almost my class. It's okay. Okay, we can still have time. Okay, guys, students, wait ya. Tunggu. Jadi gini, saudara. Dan si Maria tetap menamakan nama anaknya nama belakang dari keluarga suaminya. Bukan suaminya, yang memperkosa dia. Right? Not the husband. They not married, right? Just
they were not married,
right?
No, that's right. Mm-hmm.
But everyone knows that she has, rape by this guy. Okay.
Yes.
Jadi semua orang tahu kalau dia diperkosa sama si laki-laki itu. Oh my God. So the what you call it? The boyfriend's not married her.
The rapist,
broke up just like that. Broke up.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, jadi gini, semua orang tahu kalau si Maria Magdalena diperkosa oleh si Yosi dari keluarga si Natsarim tadi, saudara. Nah, jadi walaupun dia misalnya tidak menikah, diperkosa, dan dia pun tentu saja gagal menikah ya saudara, tunangannya membatalkan pernikahan, mereka putus gitu aja karena dia diperkosa dan dia sudah mengandung. Nah, dia menamakan anaknya ini tadi namanya Yesus ya, dengan nama belakang dari orang yang memperkosa dia, keluarga yang memperkosa dia adalah Natsarim. Jadi ini dikenal dengan Yesus dari Natsarim. Nah, ini yang mau kita ceritakan, Yesus yang lain yang kebanyakan disembah oleh orang-orang kebanyakan yang mengaku menyembah Yesus, Yesus yang dari Nazaret, Yesus yang adalah anak Maria dan juga Yusuf, ternyata menyembah Yesus yang dari Nazaret ini yang adalah setan, right?
Yeah. So this is his name I'm showing on the screen. Now, his name, so the spelling here is Yeshu Nazri, which means the Nazarene Jesus, or Nazarene Jesus, Jesus Nazarene. Not Jesus of Nazareth, not Jesus the Nazarene, but Nazarene Jesus.
Wow.
It's very
Jadi
close.
saudara, oke. Ini namanya yang dari Yesus yang dari Natsarim tadi, anak si Magdalena, yang dari hasil diperkosa tadi, dan itu ditunggangi sama roh jahat karena kerasukan roh jahat, 7 roh jahat. Nah, lahirlah Yesus dari Natsarim, itu Natsarim. Dibilang Yesus dari Natsarim karena dia dari keluarga Natsarim. Tetapi nama ini saudara, ini bukan Yesus yang dari Nazaret, bukan juga Yesus orang Nazaret. Paham ya? Bukan Yesus yang dari Nazaret, bukan Yesus orang Nazaret, tetapi ini adalah Yesus si Natsarim. Paham saudara? Yesus yang dari keluarga Natsarim, yang dari hasil bukan persundalan, perkosaan, yang si Maria diperkosa oleh salah satu keluarga Yusuf yang adalah orang Natsarim.
Now, the interesting thing is that this name has, just like the 7 demons, coincidentally has 7 heads. It has 7 letters. You can count them on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 letters in this name. Okay.
Show me. Can you?
1. Can you see my mouse?
1. Oh yes. I can see your mouse.
These are the heads. 1,
2,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. It's almost like in the Revelation about 7 heads.
Okay. Yes. Say that.
Okay. Jadi gini saudara. Jadi kalau lihat namanya ini Yesus dari Natsarim, tapi sekali lagi ini bukan Yesus Tuhan kita ya, bukan Yesus dari Nazaret, bukan Yesus orang Nazaret, bukan Yesus anak Yusuf dan Maria ya, tetapi Yesus yang adalah dari Natsarim, itu keluarga Natsarim yang diperkosa oleh Yosi, itu yang ditunggangi oleh 7 roh jahat. Nah, dari namanya ini, saudara bisa melihat ini seperti 7 kepala, karena ini bicara soal roh itu, setan yang tadi merasuki si Yosi, yang kemudian pindah kepada si Maria Magdalena, dia setan ber7 kepala. Demon with 7 heads.
Now look at this. Can I translate?
Okay.
All right, ready? At the top of the heads, though, how many tops of the letters? The top of each letter is called a horn, all right? So we have how many horns? Yes, the top of each letter is called a horn, the horn of the letter, the top of the letter, okay? There's one, count with my mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it has 7 heads, but it has 10 horns.
Oh, oke. Jadi kalau kita memperhatikan ini 7 kepalanya ini saudara, seperti 7 tanduk, tapi juga bisa dibilang 7 trompet ya. Bentuknya seperti trompet, tanduknya itu kayak trompet. Jadi ada 7 trompet.
Do you call them trumpets, the horns on the head? Like horns of goat?
Oh, tanduk. Okay, we use tanduk. Okay, tanduk saudara. Karena horn, because Joe, a horn can be a trumpet, but not that trumpet, sang in the Revelation like that.
No, I don't mean that. I mean 7. I mean like goat horns or
yeah, horn, tanduk, saudara ya, tanduk.
Tanduk. So there are 10 tanduk, but it's got 7 heads. Okay. Now, on top of the tanduk, can you see on top of the tanduk, we have these little lines coming out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see these?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
These
One,
lines are called crowns. And when we write in Hebrew
one, two,
writing,
three,
we
four.
have a special rule about counting the crowns. So on this
Oh,
on the 10 horns, there are how many crowns? 1 crown, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this name has 7 heads, 10 horns, and 10 crowns.
wow. 10 crowns. Yes. My God, Joe. It's like in the Revelation, Joe.
Yes.
Ini kayak yang dituliskan dalam Wahyu, saudara, yang waktu saya bahas. Oh, belum ya. We ever talk this in our class, Joe, about Revelation, the
Okay.
Antichrist.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this also later.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. 10 crowns, 7 heads.
10
Yes.
horns, 10 crowns, 7 heads.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I just tell you that the
Oh,
coincidence is too
wrong
much.
numbers. Wrong
Yeah.
numbers, sorry.
7 heads, 10 horns, 10 crowns. I just tell you the coincidence of having 7 heads, 10 horns, and 10 crowns in one name is very unusual in Hebrew.
Hmm. Jadi ini saudara, namanya dia ini nama yang dituliskan
It
dalam
hasn't got,
bahasa
you got the
Ibrani.
wrong number. Not 7 horns. It's got 10 horns, 10 crowns, and 7 heads. 10 horns, 10 crowns.
Wait. No, 10
Yes.
crowns. Yes, 10 crowns, 7 horns, right?
No, 10 horns. Count 10 horns.
10 horns.
Yes, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each letter,
Oh,
the bottom of the letter is the letter is the head, but the top of the letter is a horn, and on top of the horn is a crown.
okay. Wait. You mean 10 horns, 10 crowns?
Yes, 7 heads, 10 horns, 10 crowns.
7 head? Show me 7 head. Okay.
Each letter is a head. Each letter. 1. You count the bottoms for the letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? You count the tops of the letters for the horns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the crowns on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's got 7 heads, 10 horns, and 10 crowns on its horns.
Okay, wait. Let me show the people typing. Okay, I understand. So there's 7 heads, saudara. Jadi ada 7 kepala, 10 tanduk, 10 mahkota. 7 heads, 7 heads, 10 crowns, 10 horns, right?
That's right. Okay.
This is like written in the Bible, Joe. Really,
Okay.
really, it is.
And now I know it's very unusual that a man, and also it's the name of a man actually as well.
Yes.
So it's very unusual that a name of a man should have 7 heads and 10 horns and 10 crowns. It's very, very unusual. Okay, but this is even more unusual. Ready? Each of these letters is a number in Hebrew. Okay, can you translate that? It's very unusual. It's very unusual coincidences.
Okay, slowly.
Even more unusual.
Iya. Ini luar biasa. Ini tidak seperti biasanya, saudara, karena memang kayaknya ini cuma nama. It's just people think it's just a name, but this is not just that simple. Itu nggak sesimpel itu, tidak sesederhana itu, saudara. Jadi, so this name yang kalian lihat di layar kalian on the screen ini nama Siosi yang ditulis dalam in Hebrew, right? Yang ditulis dalam bahasa Ibrani, saudara. Dan ini dari nama dia yang artinya what is the meaning of this name? Yos.
Yes, this is Nazarene Jesus, the name of Magdalene's son.
Yeah. Oh yes. Not Yossi. Sorry,
Not Yossi.
Not Yossi. Jadi
Okay.
ini nama Yesus dari Nazarin ini tadi, anaknya Maria Magdalena, hasil dari perkosaan yang dilakukan oleh Yosi, ya, yang memperkosa Maria Magdalena. Dia dipenuhi dengan roh jahat, setan, saudara, yang berkepala 7. Nah, namanya itu dinamakan si Maria Magdalena, namanya Yosi, tapi pakai nama bapaknya di belakang Nazarin. Jadi Yesus Nazarin, ya, Yesus anak si Nazarin gitu. Nah, Yesus dari Nazarin ini, anak si Nazarin ini tulisannya begini, ditulis dalam bahasa Ibrani, saudara. Ini kalau diperhatikan, ini bentuknya ini terdiri dari 7 kepala, 10 tanduk, 10 mahkota. Jadi memang ini nama manusia, nama orang, yaitu anak Maria Magdalena. Tetapi sebenarnya this is the spirit of this demon. This is demon, saudara. Jadi ini roh jahat sebenarnya, walaupun dia namanya itu gitu loh. Jadi walaupun dia namanya Yesus Nazarin, tapi dia adalah setan. Karena dari namanya ini, lambangnya ini, kalian bisa juga cek ini on Revelation di Wahyu. Oke, in the Bible itu juga dituliskan tentang 7 kepala, 10 tanduk dan 10 mahkota. Ini bukan sesuatu yang biasa, saudara. Ya, this is demon, totally demon. Ini 100% iblis, saudara.
Okay, now ready?
666.
Okay.
Ini kepalanya. This is the leader, ya. This is the leader.
This is the origin of the whole problem. Now, we're going to look at the value of the name, because each of the letters in Hebrew is a number. This letter is Yod. This is Y. But this number is 10. So if you want to write down the numbers as I read them out, okay? Can you type them as I read them, okay? The first number is 10.
10.
Okay. The second number is 300. This shin is a letter. Its number is 300.
300.
Okay, 10 plus 300. And this letter is Vav. Its number is 6. 10 plus 300 plus 6. Okay.
We'll count later. Okay.
The next number is 50. This nun is 50. Okay.
Nun 50.
Okay, and the next number is Sadi. This is 90.
90.
Yeah.
90.
90. And the next number, Resh, this is 200.
200.
And the last number is Yod again, and this value is 10 again.
10 again.
What do you get if you add it all up?
Let me calculate. Oke, jadi yang ini, saudara, ini angka-angkanya, kalian coba hitung ya. Pertama kita hitung dulu ya. Jadi nama angka ini ya terdiri dari angka, kalau kita pahami dari tulisan ini ya. Jadi 10 kita tambah
10 plus 300.
10 plus 300
plus 6
plus 6
plus 50
plus 50
plus 90
plus 90
plus 200
plus 200
plus 10.
Plus 10. So 1,260.
No. No.
Seriously?
No. Try it again. That's very wrong.
No. 1,260.
No, not 1,000 at all. Let's do it this way.
No. Wow. Okay.
Let's start with 200. 200 plus
200. Wait.
Plus 9.
This.
What's that?
300.
300. And there's another 300 up here.
600, 650.
Yeah.
660, 666. Wow. 666.
Yes.
Sorry, what's wrong with my calculator? Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. Saudara.
So he's got 7 heads, 10 horns, 10 crowns. It's the name of a man. And
wait. I want to say hi to your
Shalom.
Shalom Aleichem. Okay. Wow. Saudara, ini jadi nama ini bener. Now I got it, Joe, because in our Bible also said count the numbers.
of his name.
Yeah,
And
and this is the
and it,
number
and it's the name of a man.
and the name of a man.
Yes.
Oh my God, Joe!
And it has 7 heads, 10 horns, and 10 crowns.
I
But
love
I'm
you,
not
Joe.
finished. I'm not finished.
God. Okay,
Translate.
wait, no. Oh my God.
Translate it.
Saudara, jadi gini ya, saya ulangi sekali lagi ya. Kalian pernah baca yang dalam Alkitab ya? Alkitab yang dikatakan Yesus, hitunglah jumlah manusia itu, yang jumlah binatang itu, dikatakan binatang itu jumlahnya 666, dan itu memang nama manusia. Ini jadi sebenarnya inilah rahasia dari Alkitab itu, saudara. Banyak orang yang tidak mengetahui. Nah, yang dituliskan ini yang dimaksud, inilah dia. Memang angkanya memang 666, tapi itu nama manusia. Namanya adalah Yesus dari Nazaret. Yesus Nazaret. Kalau misalnya kayak Sarah si Hombing. Nah, keluarga saya namanya si Hombing. Nah, Yesus Nazaret itu nama keluarganya Nazaret. Nazaret ini adalah bapaknya yang memperkosa si Maria Magdalena. Jadi dia itu hasil dari persetubuhan roh jahat, bisa saya katakan, karena bapaknya yang bernama Yosi itu ditunggangi oleh roh jahat dengan 7 kepala, yang bertujuh kepala memperkosa Maria Magdalena yang adalah ibunya yang melahirkan dia. Nah, pada saat dia diperkosa, Maria Magdalena ini diperkosa, ya, itu 7 roh yang menunggangi, setan yang bertujuh kepala yang menunggangi, 7 setan yang menunggangi si Yosi itu transfer ke si Maria Magdalena, dan itu ada di dalam kandungannya. Jadi dia dibuahi oleh setan, saudara. Paham sampai sini ya, saudara? Si Maria Magdalena itu melahirkan hasil dari persetubuhan setan, walaupun wujudnya manusia yaitu si Yosi, tapi dia penuh roh jahat pada saat itu. Yaitu roh jahat itu pindah ke dia dan yang membuahi rahimnya. Jadi pada saat dia lahir, yang dia namain dengan nama anaknya itu adalah Yesus, karena cintanya dia kepada Yesus yang dari Nazaret. Yesus orang Nazaret, Yesusnya kita orang Kristen, saking cintanya dia kepada gurunya, bukan karena cinta yang spesial, not different love, ya, not different feeling, just because she loves his teacher, Jesus from Nazareth, right? So much, because he respect and honor him so much gitu loh. Jadi dia sangat menghormati gurunya. Bahkan waktu Yesus disalib, dia nggak beranjak sedikit pun di situ. Yesus itu disiksa pun, dia itu sampai melap ininya, saudara, darah Yesus itu dengan handuk dan membasuh mukanya seperti itu, saudara. Saking cintanya dia memberi nama anaknya Yesus. Nah, inilah kesalahpahaman yang sedang, this is the misunderstanding that happens until now. Ya kan, because people think this Jesus is Jesus from Nazareth, but this is not Jesus at all. Ya, ini enggak Yesus sama sekali, saudara. Seperti yang saya katakan tadi dan kami sampaikan, ya, namanya Joseph from Nazareth. Memang namanya Joseph from Nazareth, tapi this Joseph isn't Jesus, bukan Yesus gitu loh, saudara. Itu karena saking cintanya. Memang kelihatannya, kedengarannya kayaknya sama, tapi enggak, saudara. Nah, kalau namanya itu ditulis seperti ini dalam tulisan Ibrani, ini terdiri dari, kalau saudara lihat tadi, maybe you can show again, Joe, about the 7 head. Ada 7 kepala dari namanya ini, saudara.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Itu 7 kepala, and 10 horns, ada 10 tanduk.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 tanduk and 7 crowns, 10 mahkota.
10 crowns.
Ya, 10. Sorry, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nah, ini saudara, dari namanya dia. Kelihatannya kayaknya cuma nama indah banget kan, bagus banget, ternyata ini nama setan itu, saudara, nama roh jahat itu, dan dia punya ini, ya, yang dikatakan Joseph from Nazaret, tapi bukan Yesus dari Nazaret. Dia itu Yesus Nazaren, tapi bukan Yesus yang sebenarnya. Inilah Yesus yang lain. If you people ever read Bible, when Jesus said about the other Jesus, Yesus yang lain, mengajari, right? About
Yes.
the apostles also said the another Jesus. Itu karena ada orang people, karena even though we are Christians, maybe don't understand about this. We think we worship Jesus from Nazareth. Kita mungkin pikir
Many of
kita
you
menyembah.
do. Most of you do, but there is a secret group of people who still
Iya,
worship this one. Yes.
yes.
But we'll get
Jadi,
into it later. I've got to tell you some more. Yeah, carry on.
yeah, that's what we said in the first, from the beginning. This is
Right.
not about the generally, but this is
No.
most of people also still worshiping this another Jesus, right?
Some people do.
Then
Yeah.
somewhere, right?
In some way. I can explain how later. I'll explain now.
Nah, jadi ini saudara, banyak orang Kristen ya ataupun siapa ya orang Kristen lah dibilang gitu ya, merasa dirinya menyembah Yesus. Memang ada yang benar-benar, yes, there are some Christians worship the true Jesus from Nazareth, true Jesus the Messiah. Tapi ada, but there are also some Christian, they call them Christian, but they also worshiping this another Jesus. Mereka menyembah Yesus yang lain ini secretly, secara rahasia. Jadi topengnya, they have mask Christian, but they have another doctrine. Paham ya saudara? Mereka punya topeng Kristen, bilangnya Kristen, they call their name Christians, but they have another mask, they have another doctrine, they have another teaching that people.
So they secretly do things which are against God. They secretly do things.
And secretly tanpa
the Bible talks about these people. The Bible
secara rahasia mereka malah melencengkan pengajaran itu karena mengajarkan ajaran-ajaran setan, right? So teaching satanic, teaching about this Jesus from Nazarene, this Nazarene. Yes, Jesus.
Now I'm going to talk about his name, okay?
Wait, and the number, Joe, the number of this name before Jesus Nazarene is 666.
Yes.
This is the name of demon, the amount of demon, angka dari binatang itu, saudara, dari setan itu. Okay, Joe.
Okay. Now, the name of somebody is the authority, okay? So, for example, if I do something in your name, it means I do something with your authority, right? If I say, okay, Sarah told me to do this, it means I have authority from Sarah to do this. So, in Hebrew culture, in Jewish culture, somebody's name is also their authority, okay? Do you understand me?
Yes, okay. Jadi gini, kalau kita seperti otoritas gitu ya, kalau nama belakang kita, you can say maybe the last name, ya. Last name, it's a family names, it's about authority, right?
So it's like, in whose authority are you doing this? I'm doing this in the name of the king. I'm doing this in the name of Sarah. I'm doing this in the name of...
Oh, I see. Like in the name of Jesus, in the name of blah, 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 right?
In the authority, with the authority of this, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about this authority here, and I'm going to show you some verses concerning authority in the book of Revelations, okay? I'm going to talk about these
Wait,
verses.
jadi kalau not only for Jewish, Joe, in Indonesia also when we say authority, ya. Jadi gini saudara, jadi di Yahudi, dan bukan cuma di agama Yahudi saja, bukan di orang Israel juga, bukan di kumpulan orang Yahudi saja seperti ini, di orang Indonesia pun kita gitu. Kalau misalnya itu seperti memberikan kuasa, in the name, di dalam nama ini, di dalam nama Yesus, di dalam nama Sarah, di dalam ini, artinya orang yang di belakangnya ada yang namanya di belakang di embel-embel itu, saudara, itu pemberi otoritas. Nah, ini Joe sedang mau menjelaskan tentang otoritas apa yang ada di dalam nama ini, the authority in this name, right, Joe?
Yeah. This name is an authority. Okay. All right. Now, in the same way that mankind is created in the image of God. God created mankind in his own image. In the same way, the Antichrist is created in the image of this name. Okay, I'm going to explain. So the Antichrist, the beast of Revelations chapter 13, is in the image of this name, this beast also has 7 heads. It also has 10 horns. It also has 10 crowns. It also, and its name is its authority, and its name is the value of 666, and it's the name of a man. And it says that. Do you want to translate that so far? I'm going to say the
Oh,
dragon.
okay, wait. Where's written in the Bible that you're showing in the screen?
What this is it's the book of Revelations, chapter 13.
Wait, because people.
They need it in Indonesian. Yeah.
Revelation chapter what?
Chapter 13.
13 verse.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to look at verses 1 until verse 5.
Oke, saudara, kalian bisa lihat nanti, buka Alkitab kalian masing-masing ya, di situ Wahyu 13 ayat 1 sampai 5 ya. Jadi, wait Joe, before you continue. Jadi tadi Joe itu bilang, ini dia sedang menjelaskan, Joe is explaining us about this authority. Ya, seperti Yesus itu, Tuhan menciptakan manusia segambar dengan dirinya, itu bicara tentang otoritas. Artinya kita punya otoritas sama seperti Tuhan Yesus, paham? Jadi tapi kita otoritasnya itu di dalam nama Yesus. Makanya kalau kita pun melakukan sesuatu selalu in the name of Jesus, itu karena kita segambar dengan dia. But demon also, iblis juga, dia punya otoritas dalam yang dia taruhkan kepada manusia. So this is the authority you can read on the Bible in the Revelation. Okay.
Yeah. So we're looking at Revelations chapter 13, verses 1 until 5. Specifically, actually, verse 2 until 5. It says that the dragon, that's the devil, gave the beast from the sea, his power, his throne, and his great authority, means his great name. Okay? So the devil gave a great name to the beast. So this devil has inspired some kind of political system in the world, and that political system uses the name of a great name. It uses a great name, but the name it's using is Jesus, but it's not the Jesus of Nazareth. It's a different Jesus. Okay.
Ya. Jadi kalau kalian bisa lihat dari ayat 2 ini saudara, yang dikatakan di situ, kalau dalam terjemahan lainnya itu yang binatang itu maksudnya iblis itu saudara, itu tentang dragon, naga ya, yang kulihat serupa dengan macan tutul. Itu kakinya seperti kaki beruang dan mulutnya seperti mulut singa, dan naga itu memberi kepadanya kekuatannya dan tahtanya dan kuasanya besar. Jadi ini kalau kalian baca seterusnya itu seperti ada sistem politik saudara di situ. Di dalam persetanan pun ada namanya dunia politik itu, sistem politik di situ ya. Yang dia juga memberikan kuasa saudara kepada yang ini tadi yang saya mention, yang saya sebutkan ini tadi, ya makhluk-makhluk ini tadi. Tetapi dia memberikan kuasanya sepertinya memberikan kuasanya di dalam nama yang seharusnya dia nggak kasih, dalam nama Yesus, tetapi bukan Yesus yang dari Nazaret, tapi Yesus the Nazarin, Yesus yang Nazarin, yang anaknya si Yosi, yang hasil dari setan itu saudara, setan yang dengan 7 kepala tadi, yang dengan angka 666 itu tadi saudara. Jadi the king of Satan, bukan the real king ya, Jo, bukan Tuhan, bukan Jo. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. What did you ask me?
Yeah, not in the name of the real king, but this
not
is
in the name of the real king. No, that's right. In the name of the false king, and this great authority is the dragon gave this authority. The dragon gave this authority to the beast. So this political system will use the name of Jesus. It's not going to use any other name. It's going to use the name of Jesus, but it doesn't mean the Jesus of Nazareth. It means a different Jesus. It means Magdalena's son. Okay. And the point I'm trying to get to here is it says very specifically that the authority, that means the name of the beast, acted for 42 months. Okay, that's the interesting thing. So this this verse is what I want to get to. If you can translate quickly, so we can move on to that.
Okay, what verse is that?
So we're saying that the
Verse,
point is that this political system will use the name of Jesus, but it doesn't mean the same Jesus of
okay.
the New Testament. It means
Jadi di
Magdalena.
sini, oke, di sini kita bisa lihat saudara, itu otoritas. Ketika bicara otoritas itu seharusnya itu bicara tentang Yesus, tetapi yang di sini bukan otoritas, yes, authority to act for 42 months. Ini bukan otoritas di dalam nama Yesus, tapi ini di nama otoritas kekuasaan Yesus yang lain, yang adalah Yesus Nazarin, bukan Yesus dari Nazaret, bukan Yesus orang Nazaret, tetapi Yesus Nazarin yang anak si Maria Magdalena, hasil dari perkosaan oleh seorang dari Nazarin yang dirasuki oleh setan dengan 7 kepala.
Right, now, look, 42 months is 3.5 years, okay?
42 months is
3.5
42 bulan, ya.
Yeah.
3,5 tahun, saudara.
Yeah, because you got 36 plus 6 is 42. 36 is 3 years. 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 6 is half a year. That's 3.5 years.
In
Okay.
Indonesia, we say it 3,5 tahun atau 3,5 masa. Kalau kalian pernah dengar istilah ini, saudara, inilah dia. Okay, 42
Right.
months, 3 years and a half months.
3.5 years. Yeah, 3 years and 6 months.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Magdalena's son, he grew up. I have to tell you the story which I told you before. This story, it tells us all of the details of this Yeshu. It tells us all of the details of his life. It's a long story. I'm not going to tell all the story today. But he grew up. He became a very wicked person. Okay.
Are we going to make it the second part?
Well, if you want to know the full details of his life, I will tell you the full details of his life.
Yeah, of course, I need the full detail, of course.
But we'll have to just.
But
I'm just have to cover it. We just have to cover it quickly today, okay? So
yeah.
Because
no, Joe, listen. But I'm excited to make people curious. Don't you think?
Okay. All right. So we'll just tell them the details later. But very briefly, he grew up, and he was a very wicked man. He killed Yossi.
Okay. We can make it. Okay. I give you more time.
Okay.
All right.
I won't tell you the whole detail because it's a very long story. It's like as long as the gospel. So, but it's the story of the Antichrist. It's the story of the other Jesus. So he grew up. His name is Jesus Nazarene, and he knows that his father is from the royal family. Okay, he's like, well, I'm a member of the royal family. I can be the Messiah. And he knows that he's named after Magdalena's teacher, Jesus. And he knows the story of Jesus of Nazareth. His mother is always teaching him about the story of Jesus of Nazareth. You know what this boy starts to believe?
No.
So this boy, he goes and murders Joseph. He goes and kills Joseph.
Joseph?
He goes and kills Joseph so that nobody can find out that he really is the son of Joseph. If anybody says his father was a rapist, he kills Joseph. So
Joseph is Jesus' brothers, right?
Yeah.
Jesus' brother.
Yeah. So, and this is the boy's father, right? He kills his father so that nobody can find out that his father was a rapist. Okay. And he goes and says that he's of the royal line. Everybody calls him Nazarene. They know he's from the family, but he kills Joseph so that nobody can interrogate Joseph and find out about the rape. And then he goes around and starts telling people that he is the reincarnation of Jesus of Nazareth.
Slowly, Joe, where I shall start.
Yeah.
Jadi gini saudara, ini cerita tentang si Yesus tadi, tapi bukan Yesus dari Nazaret, tapi Yesus Nazarin, ya saudara, yang anak Maria Magdalena yang hasil dari pembuahan setan, ya saya sebut saja begitu. Nah, jadi ceritanya dia bertumbuh besar, tetapi dia ini sangat jahat ya. Dia tahu bahwa dia itu lahir dari keluarga yang mewah, yang sangat kaya, yang punya kekuasaan. Jadi dia semena-mena terhadap kekuasaannya itu, dan dia dalam pertumbuhannya itu dia membunuh Joses. He killed Joses. Dia membunuh Joses. Ini saudara dari Yesus, gitu. Saudaranya Yesus, saudara laki-lakinya Yesus. Tapi kita tahu sendiri Jesus from Nazareth itu bukan lahir secara not burned by sexual relationship like husband and wife, right? It's from Holy Spirit, right, Joe?
No, yeah. Well,
Jesus from Nazareth.
he
Yeah.
starts saying that he's the reincarnation. He starts telling everybody that he's the reincarnation of Jesus, that he is the return of Jesus, that Jesus has returned.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
Yes,
said that to
yes,
everyone.
yes, yes.
Oh, wow. Jadi dia membunuh si Joses dan dia mengatakan bahwa dia itu adalah inkarnasinya Yesus, saudara. Yesus yang sudah mati, yang bangkit itu, dia katakan dirinya, dia adalah inkarnasinya Yesus gitu ke orang-orang. Jadi dia bebas seenaknya dengan otoritasnya itu, tapi yang dia lakukan justru sebaliknya dari yang dilakukan Jesus, the opposite that Jesus ever did, right?
Yes, of course,
The
yeah.
opposite.
And but he murdered his father, so his father could never say no. He's not the reincarnation of Jesus. He's
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Oke, dan lebih jahatnya lagi dia membunuh bapaknya, saudara, bapaknya sendiri yang adalah si Yosi Nasarin itu tadi, supaya si Yosi ini tidak menjadi saksi untuk menyampaikan ke orang bahwa dia bukan inkarnasi Yesus, dia Yesus yang adalah anakku gitu, saudara. Right?
Yeah.
So no witness at all.
Yeah.
Nggak ada saksi gitu loh, dia bunuh semua saksinya.
And he also stabbed his mother in the chest, but she survived.
What?
He stabbed his mother in the chest, Magdalena, but she survived.
Wow. Jadi dia pun juga melakukan hal yang sama, menganiaya mamanya, saudara, si Maria Magdalena. Tetapi si Maria Magdalena selamat. Dia bisa menyelamatkan diri, survive.
Yeah, she survived. So we're talking about a very evil boy.
Benar-benar anak yang jahat, saudara. Orang jahat. Anak setan jahat, setan, evil.
Yeah, and this boy, he gathered an army of believers. People believed him. What else he did? I'll tell you what else he did first. Do you remember Simon Magus in the Bible? The one who asked in the book of Acts of the Apostles, he said, "Tell me the secret. I'll pay you for the secret of what you're doing." Do you remember him?
Simon Peter, you said?
Mangus. Do you remember Simon Mangus?
Simon Mangus. Maybe you can tell us about the chapter, because sometimes a different name, different.
Yes, I'll show.
Different written in the Bible, Indonesian.
Simon Magus. It was in the book of Acts. In verse 8. He's in chapter 8 of the book of Acts. Simon the Sorcerer, they call him. Simon the Sorcerer, chapter 8, verse 9.
Chapter what?
8, verse 9.
Verse 9. Oh, Simon. And the Bible only is Simon. Just Simon.
It doesn't say anything else. Simon Magus.
No.
Well, I'll open up the Greek Bible here.
Ini saudara bisa dilihat ini ya, Simon ini. Seorang yang bernama Simon LA ini ya telah sejak dahulu melakukan sihir di kota itu. So he is a witch.
He's a witch, yeah. So
penyihir ya, saudara, Simon penyihir.
Magdalena's son became the student of Simon Magus, and he learned magic and sorcery, Egyptian magic from Simon Magus. Egyptian magic.
Oh, jadi si Simon ini saudara, dia penyihir. Ya, dia punya sihir, ilmu sihir dari Mesir, Egypt ya, Mesir. Nah, dia si Yesus ini, yang Yesus Nazarin ini saudara, muridnya si Simon penyihir itu. Dia ilmu sihir dari Mesir.
Yeah, so everybody used to think that Simon Magus was a great prophet because he had a power called the Great Power, divine power. This man has a divine power. You can show it in Indonesian if you want to. Anyway,
Yes.
the point is that this
Dikira dia nabi, saudara. Wait, dikira dia nabi. Saking dia melakukan ini, mentakjubkan. Wow, orang itu takjub, ya kan? Jadi dikira nabi karena dia melakukan ilmu sihir. Padahal dia karena ilmu sihir menakjubkan semua orang. Oke, dia punya banyak kuasa yang tadi ini Joe ini, great power. Tapi itu dari sihir ya, karena dia penyihir, the witness.
So
The atheist, the witness, the witch, penyihir.
Yeah, so basically he learned how to use the power of the demons and he performed many miracles using these demonic powers, okay?
This is what I always say, Joe. Every time I'm preaching, don't, running to, not always looking for the miracle because you never know who makes the miracle. Could be Jesus, could be Satan.
Yeah.
Ya, ini saudara. Jadi si Yesus dari Nazaret ini, Yesus Nazaret ini, dan juga si Simon ini melakukan banyak hal-hal yang luar biasa dengan kekuatan yang luar biasa yang menakjubkan semua orang. Tapi orang nggak tahu, saudara, dia pakai kekuatan apa? Ternyata dia kekuatan setan. Dia banyak melakukan mujizat di mana-mana, saudara, yang membuat orang takjub. Makanya ini yang selalu saya bilang, jangan jadi pemburu mujizat karena kalian nggak tahu kapan itu mujizat itu yang bikin setan atau Tuhan. Oke, saudara. Next, Joe.
All right, so he learned magic, Egyptian magic from Simon Magus, and he performed miracles and he gathered around himself an army. He gathered many followers, got an army around himself, and he was going to start an army, yes, and his plan was to conquer Jerusalem with his army. Yeah.
Jadi dia, saudara, punya kekuatan magic ini ya, kekuatan sihir ini yang ilmu sihir dari Mesir. Belajar dari si Simon Magus ini tadi. Kalau di Alkitab kita nggak ada dibilang Simon Magus, tapi lebih lengkapnya Simon Magus katanya, tapi Simon si penyihir. Nah, dia belajar dari Simon penyihir ini. Nah, saking berambisiusnya dia untuk menguasai Yerusalem, dia masuklah ke menjadi tentara. Dia latihan menjadi tentara dan dia menjadi tentara demi berkuasa lebih lagi merebut Yerusalem.
Jerusalem, yes.
Yeah, Jerusalem, yeah.
He even converted a queen called Queen Helene of Adiabene. She is a very famous queen she lived in Jerusalem at the time. She died in Jerusalem at the age. This was happening, just so you know, all of this story now that he's grown up and he starts to gather his army.
What is related with this queen?
He converts her to his belief, to believe in him.
Oh, dia memurtadkan ratu yang menguasai, ratu yang memimpin, the queen of what?
Queen Helen of Adiabene. Yeah.
Oke, dia memurtadkan seorang ratu, saudara, untuk percaya dia. Jadi menyesatkanlah, intinya membuat si ratu ini akhirnya percaya kepada dia, semua perkataan dia pada saat itu. Ratu Helena namanya.
Yeah, Queen Helen of Adiabene. Yeah,
of Adiabene. Yeah, Adiabene.
Yeah. So he converts her to his.
Is this Egypt?
No, this is in Jerusalem. She was living in Jerusalem at that time.
Oh, living in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
But the queen also in Jerusalem was the queen.
Yes, yes. She was originally from a place called Adiabene, but she retired in her old age. She moved to Jerusalem and she lived there while in her old age.
Oh, jadi ini Ratu Helena dari Adiabene, saudara. Tapi dia meninggal di saat dia tua sampai maksudnya turun singgasana selesai dari keratuannya, dia kembali ke Yerusalem. Tapi dia orang Yerusalem. Okay.
So he converted her to believe in him as well, and he had his army supporting him. And he started a ministry, and he exercised his authority, his ministry, for 3.5 years, for 42 months.
Jadi selama itu sekitar 3,5 tahun, 3,5 masa itu saudara, dia mempraktekkan tentang kekuatannya, ilmu sihirnya saudara di dalam dunia ketentaraan itu, menjadi prajurit itu saudara, tentara.
So that reminds us of the beast.
Dan dia juga berhasil, he succeed ya to convert her,
Yeah,
right?
he converted her. That's right. And
Dan dia berhasil memurtadkan si ratu ini tadi, Helena ini, untuk percaya tentang sama dia.
And his ministry, his project was 3.5 years, from around the year 55 until the year 56, so 55.
Dan dia mengerjakan itu selama
57.
3,5 tahun, saudara. Kalau kita bilang pelayanan penginjilan lah, ministry. Jadi misinya dia mengerjakan misinya untuk menguasai Yerusalem itu selama 3,5 tahun lamanya.
Do you see what the verse in the book of Revelations chapter 13 verse 5 says? That he exercised authority for 42 months. So again, it's very, very close to the book of Revelations, what it's saying here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. All right. So in the end, though, what happened was that King Herod Agrippa II. Do you remember that Herod Agrippa II was nearly converted to Christianity by St. Paul when St. Paul was witnessing to him at the trial? Do you remember the story?
The first Christian?
St. Paul was arrested and was taken to trial in front of King Herod Agrippa II. And King Herod Agrippa II said to Paul, you nearly converted me to become a Christian. Do you remember that?
Yes, in Acts, but
yes.
I forgot in which verse. Yeah, I remember that.
So
yeah.
So King Herod Agrippa II was.
Wait, let me explain. Jadi ini saudara sama seperti ketika si Paulus waktu itu, ini ceritanya kurang lebih gitu ya. Paulus di penjara dan dia akhirnya menginjil di penjara, bahkan yang dia berkata kepada kepala penjara itu bahwa kau harus mengikut Kristus itulah. Akhirnya dia menyerahkan dirinya menjadi Kristen dan juga bersama seisi rumahnya. Makanya orang Kristen ada yang percaya that's the reason why Christians believe that one member in your family believe Jesus, so the other member become Jesus follower.
Yes.
We believe that because that's the story about that, Joe.
Yeah.
Ya, itu ceritanya pada saat itu saudara Paulus ya. Waktu dia kepala penjara itu menyerahkan dirinya menjadi Kristen, ya karena si Paulus menantang dia untuk terima Yesus dan dia menerima Yesus, dia menginjil di situ dan akhirnya kepala penjara dan juga sisi rumahnya menyerahkan diri kepada Yesus dan dibaptis pada saat itu. Okay.
So anyway, with the power of Queen Helena of Adiabene behind him, Yeshu Notsri became very powerful, and King Herod Agrippa II was concerned about causing a war with Romans. He was afraid the Romans would destroy Jerusalem. So
Herod, hold on.
Yeah.
Nah, jadi dengan otoritas ini, ya karena dia tadi berhasil membuat si Ratu Helena percaya sama dia sampai dia murtad dan percaya kepercayaannya dan percaya omongannya, dia semakin berkuasa saudara karena ada backupnya, ada backingnya di belakangnya itu si Ratu Helena. Jadi dia semakin semena-mena. Nah, ditambah lagi waktu itu King Harry, Raja Harry tidak terlalu fokus tentang hal itu, dia hanya fokus dengan perang tentang bagaimana Roma jangan sampai merebut Yerusalem. Right? Constant to Rome to not attack Jerusalem.
He was very concerned. Yes. So he consulted the disciples of Jesus to see what they could do to stop Yeshu Notsri.
Nah, jadi dia habis itu konsultasi kepada murid-muridnya Yesus tentang supaya bagaimana ini caranya orang-orang tidak terjebak, tersesat, tidak mengikuti dan tidak percaya kepada si Yesus Nazaret ini, yang Yesus yang adalah Yesus yang lain ini, saudara. Okay,
so Herod Agrippa II consulted the disciples of Jesus of what they could do to stop him, and the disciples of Jesus managed to remove the power from. They cancelled the power of Yeshu Notsri, and they exposed him as a fraud, as a fake, to Queen Helen of Adiabene.
Wait. Jadi akhirnya dibuatlah seperti ini. Para murid itu mengatur, memanage itu tentang pemindahan kekuasaan si si Yesus Nazaret ini yang di backup oleh si Ratu Helena ini dipindahkan, so they expose him where?
Yeah, so Herod Agrippa consulted the disciples of Jesus to help expose Yeshu Notzri, and they managed
a fraud, yeah. You said a fraud, right?
Fraud, yeah, and they cancelled his power with the power of Jesus. They overthrew his power. They removed the power of Yeshu Notzri, and they exposed him as a fraud, a fake, to Queen Helen of Adiabene.
Jadi akhirnya mereka mencabut kekuasaannya, saudara. Pemindahan kekuasaan, dicabutlah jabatannya itu, saudara, si Yesus Nazaret ini, dan kemudian mereka menyampaikan kepada si Ratu Helena ini bahwa dia adalah penipu, bahwa si Yesus, Jesus from Nazareth, this is a fraud, gitu. Dia penipu dan dia penyesat, gitu, saudara.
And so this fake Jesus was stoned to death in the city of Lud.
Stoned
to death in the city of Lud.
Lud.
It's a city in Israel. So they captured the false Jesus and they stoned him to death in the city of Lud. Herod Agrippa II ordered that he should be stoned to death in the city of Lud.
Jadi dia, pardon me.
So the disciples of Jesus, the disciples of Jesus succeeded in exposing the false Jesus, and they arrested the false Jesus, and they took him to the city of Lud, and they stoned him to death.
Oke. Jadi gini, saudara. Akhirnya murid-murid Yesus itu berhasil mengerjakan semuanya, saudara. Tadi setelah dia diturunkan jabatannya, si Yesus Nazaret ini, yang Yesus palsu ini, Yesus yang lain, Yesus yang penipu ini, yang bukan Yesus dari Nazaret tetapi Yesus yang kerasukan setan ini memang hasil pembuahan setan ini ditangkap. Setelah dicabut jabatannya, dia ditangkap, dan dia ditangkap itu dipenjarakan di tanah Lot. Ya, saudara, di tanah Lot, dan dia pun mati di sana. Sampai mati dia di sana, di tanah Lot. Okay, in the Lot.
They stoned him to death on the eve of Passover.
Oh.
On the 14th.
In the Passover, after
Yeah, they arrested him. They arrested him in around Yom Kippur, and then 6 months later they stoned him to death on just before Passover.
Stoned to death? You mean they killed him?
They killed him. Yes, they stoned him to death. They threw stones at him until he died, stoned to death.
How the disciples killed him?
No, Herod Agrippa's soldiers killed him.
Oh, soldiers. Okay. Yeah. So audience will be clear about this. Jadi jadi saya ulangi, saudara, ya. Tadi para murid berhasil itu ya mengatur supaya dia dipindahkan kekuasaannya, artinya dicopot jabatannya. Setelah itu dia ditangkap, saudara, dipenjarakan di tanah Lot. Nah, di tanah Lot itu dia dibunuh oleh para tentara di sana. Jadi bukan murid Yesus yang membunuh dia. Dia mati di tanah Lot sana. Nah, setelah itu, saudara, nah, untuk kita pahami bukan setelah itu. Jadi pada saat itu dia ditangkap itu sekitar pada hari Yom Kippur, right? Arrested in Yom Kippur.
That's right.
Ya, dia ditangkap pada saat momen Yom Kippur. Itu is one of the celebration of Jewish. Itu salah satu perayaan oleh orang-orang Yahudi.
I should tell you, they were able to arrest him because this boy, this Yeshu Notzri, he said that all of the law of God is cancelled, so there's no need to be respectful towards the laws of God. So while everybody else is praying on Yom Kippur, Yeshu Notzri and his disciples got drunk. They used to get drunk and do disgusting things on Yom Kippur. The exact opposite of all the other Jews. The other Jews are praying all day on Yom Kippur, but Yeshu Notzri and his followers got drunk on Yom Kippur. So at the end of Yom Kippur, they were able to arrest him because he was drunk. So it was
Okay.
easy. Yeah.
Okay. But actually, normally, you can't arrest anyone in Yom Kippur, right? No
Well, no,
one.
it's not. It was
Yeah.
after it was after Yom Kippur finished. Because Yom Kippur
So
finishes
you can.
at
But because
sunset,
he was
right?
drunk, not
Yeah.
respect the Yom Kippur, that's why your people can
So
arrest him
so our people finished praying. They finished praying in the
after
synagogues.
praying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the fast was over. They broke their fast and we're starting to eat. But they heard that Yeshu Notzri and his disciples were all drunk because they had been drinking all the way through Yom Kippur to dishonor. They were trying to dishonor the feast. Do you
This is,
understand?
yeah, I understand. This is the Nazarenes, whole Nazarene, or just this
Just the
Jesus?
followers, just the followers
Oh,
of the false Jesus.
of Jesus
So I should tell you.
Nazarene.
Okay, so we should
Wait, wait,
probably
wait.
tell this. We should make clear and translate for your audience first this that the doctrine of this false Jesus, is uh, a kind of disrespect to the Bible. Okay,
Wait.
worship yourself. That's the doctrine of this false Jesus. Don't worship God. Worship yourself. Don't follow God's laws. Do what you want to do. This is the doctrine of this false Jesus. So
Wow.
when all the holy Jews
Hold
were
on, Joe. Hold
yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah,
slowly,
okay,
slowly.
okay,
Hmm.
okay.
Jadi saudara, shall I translate
The
the
doctrine,
story
yeah, just the doctrine.
from the
Translate.
doctrine? Oke.
Yeah,
Jadi gini, doktrin atau pengajaran dari si Yesus Nazarin ini, saudara, Yesus Nazarin ya, bukan Yesus Nazaret. Ini anaknya Maria Magdalena ya, Yesus fake Yesus, Yesus yang palsu, Yesus yang bukan Yesus dari Nazaret, paham ya? Nah, dia punya pengajaran, dia punya doktrin itu lain, saudara. Dia menentang Bible, dia menentang Alkitab, dia menentang kitab suci, dia menentang juga tentang perintah Tuhan. Dia mengatakan bahwa dia menyembah dirinya sendiri. You have to worship yourself. Kau harus menyembah dirimu sendiri, right, Joe?
yeah. Worship
Yeah.
yourself. Do what you want. There is no law. Okay.
Wait, sembah dirimu, worship yourself,
Do what you want. There is no law.
lakukan apa yang kau mau lakukan. Tidak ada hukum yang menentang hal itu. Enggak ada hukum yang bisa menjerat dirimu. It sounds like Muhammad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So so during Yom Kippur, when all of the other Jews who love God, during Yom Kippur we fast. We fast during Yom Kippur.
Sedangkan,
Yeah.
sedangkan orang-orang Yahudi, the Jews loves God, love God, ya kan, love the rule. Mereka mencintai peraturan, mereka mencintai Tuhan, mereka mencintai perintah Tuhan, mereka mematuhi perintah Tuhan, bahkan mereka berpuasa, berdoa kepada Tuhan. Itu orang-orang Yahudi, bahkan mereka juga melakukannya di hari yang mereka katakan sebut adalah Yom Kippur. Mereka berpuasa dan berdoa bersama-sama di situ, saudara. But
this Jesus and his followers want to dishonor the day, so they intentionally got drunk and had a party all day on Yom Kippur. Yeah.
Tapi si Yesus Nazarin ini ya saudara, yang Yesus yang palsu ini, dia melanggar itu semua. Dia kebalikannya, justru dia itu tidak menghormati Yom Kippur, bahkan mabuk di saat perayaan Yom Kippur, di saat orang-orang berdoa, berpuasa bersama-sama di sinagoge pada saat itu. Oke, dia dan pengikutnya, he and his followers.
Yeah. So after Yom Kippur is finished, it was easy for Herod Agrippa II to send his soldiers to arrest him.
Jadi ceritanya karena mereka mabuk dan parah banget, saudara, tidak menyenangkan tentunya. Akhirnya orang-orang Yahudi pada saat itu yang merayakan Yom Kippur, langsung setelah berdoa itu mereka langsung membatalkan, buka puasa langsung, dan langsung menangkap si Yesus palsu ini, Yesus Nazarin ini, dan juga pengikutnya, and the followers, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Ya, dan pengikutnya pada saat itu juga.
So they held him in prison for 6 months, and then they executed him, stoning him to death.
Oke, dia dipenjara selama 6 bulan dan kemudian membunuhnya. Itu para tentaranya ya. Again, the soldiers kill him,
Yeah.
not disciples.
Right.
Okay.
So he was stoned to death on the 14th of Nisan.
At the 14th?
On the 14th of Nisan, the month of Nisan.
Nisan.
Yeah. The Jewish month of Nisan. Yeah.
Oh,
He was stoned
okay.
to death on the 14th of Nisan. Yeah.
Dia mati, si Yesus palsu ini saudara, Yesus Nazaret ini mati di harinya orang Yahudi yang dikenal dengan hari 14 harinya Nisan.
Yeah. And then they hung his dead body on
What month is this, Joe?
Nisan. This is 6 months later after Yom Kippur. This is around just before Passover. This is the eve of Passover. Okay.
Oh.
Do you understand me?
Ya, I know. Jadi ini saudara sekitar 6 bulan setelah 6 bulan setelahnya, setelah Yom Kippur. Jadi makanya dia dibunuh di situ ya, mati.
And they hung his body on a tree, his dead body.
Wow. Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because he was accursed. This is the punishment which is given to everybody who is accursed. We hang their bodies on trees.
But on the trees, not on the cross.
Correct.
Okay. So this is the difference ya. Okay.
Yeah.
Jadi dia ini saudara, mayatnya dia si Yesus palsu ini, Yesus Nazaret ini, dia itu digantung tubuhnya, mayatnya. Is this upper side or just head on the
Upside
top?
down.
Upside down. Oh, jadi dia ini digantung saudara, tapi dia terbalik, tapi tidak disalib ya. Dia hanya digantung di pohon, ya Jo. Not crucified, but it just hang on like that. Digantung with 2 feet together. Okay, I understand.
Like
2 feet like this or just 1 feet?
Like this.
1 foot. 1 foot.
They hang him upside down like this. Can you see this picture?
Yeah.
They hung
Upside
his dead
down
body.
like this, and also the foot like this.
Yes.
The feet, just 1 foot, hang on like that, just 1 foot.
Yeah.
Oh, jadi gini saudara, kalian bisa lihat ya. Kalian bisa lihat itu ya. Nah, gini saudara, dia digantung seperti ini. But why they put like stars around the head?
Because the cult which follows him is very big, and for them, he's their god.
All right. This is why I never interested to, when I put my thumbnail on share stickers like that on WhatsApp, I never put stickers with stars like God in the stars, because for me it's a pagan.
So this is the so this is where we call them the hanged man, or that's the meaning. That you see the name here, the hanged man.
Yeah.
And that's what this means in Hebrew here, where it says Mase Talui. This word here, Talui, it means the hanged man.
Oh, I see, the Talui. So this is the book story of son of Magdalena.
Of him, yeah, the hanged man.
Yeah. Jadi gini saudara. Jadi saya ulangi ya, I repeat. Jadi dia itu dibunuh, dia dibunuh ya 6 bulan setelah acara Yom Kippur itu. Kan dia tadi ditangkap di acara Yom Kippur, setelah Yom Kippur mereka selesai berdoa, dan dia itu dibunuh 6 bulan setelahnya. Nah, tubuhnya itu saudara, mayatnya dia itu digantung seperti ini saudara, kaki satu begitu ya, dan tangannya di belakang seperti itu. Ini kalau bintang-bintang gini saudara, ini dilakukan oleh orang-orang yang memuja dia, para pengikutnya yang fans beratnya dia lah ya, pengikutnya yang berat. Makanya kadang saya suka bilang sama, ya kalau kalian lah ya, orang-orang yang kalian yang suka bikin thumbnail Yesus ada begini-begini, ya nggak ada bedanya kalian dengan begitu, karena itu it's a part of a pagan, itu bagian penyembah berhala, itu hanya kepada fake Jesus, fake Messiah. Itu wrong God, jadi bukan Tuhan yang benar, Tuhan palsu saudara yang pakai bintang-bintang ini, because this is from Babylonian, kalau kalian mau tahu ya, ini dari ajaran Babilonia. Okay.
Yeah.
And Babylonia, it's from Egypt also, Mesir.
Yeah, so ultimately Egyptian magic comes from
Yes.
Mesopotamia. So
Mm.
so that's the story. That's the whole story of the hanged man, of the false Jesus. But even though they killed him, um, they failed to deal with his disciples. And what happened was his disciples continued to cause trouble for 30 years.
40
Because
years.
30 for
40,
30 years. Because
40
of the
years. Sorry.
30, 30.
Oh, 30, 30 years. Wow.
His disciples continued to cause trouble for 30 years. And because of the trouble of his disciples, we, in our tradition, we say that Jerusalem was the temple was destroyed by the Romans because of the disciples of the hanged man, okay,
Wait,
of the
wait,
Talwi.
wait, wait.
Yeah.
Jadi saudara, sekalipun dia sudah mati, tapi orang-orang itu seperti murid Tuhan Yesus pada saat itu dan juga orang-orang yang lain pada saat itu, ya di Yerusalem, Israel, orang-orang Yahudi juga nggak mikir, nggak fokus kepada yang followersnya, yang memuja dia, yang mengikuti dia. Cuman fokusnya di dia aja. Jadi walaupun dia mati, ini pengikutnya itu tetap saja melakukan misinya, tetap melakukan hal sama dan menyebarkan ajarannya dia, saudara. Selama 30 tahun lamanya. For
So
30 years.
for 30 years, it caused so much trouble that the Sanhedrin, they didn't know what they should do, because these disciples of the false Jesus were getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The Notzrim, the sect of the Notzrim,
Iya,
was getting so powerful.
dan orang-orang udah nggak tahu lagi harus mau bagaimana, saudara. Termasuk para murid-murid Yesus juga. Yesus yang sebenarnya, Yesus asli, ada disciples. Itu sampai nggak bisa tahu lagi bagaimana menghandle mereka, mengatur mereka, mengkontrol mereka. Karena itu semakin hari semakin banyak, semakin besar, semakin luas, semakin banyak pengikutnya, saudara. Yang pengikut dari Yesus yang palsu ini.
So they consulted the disciples of Jesus, and they agreed, the Sanhedrin agreed, that they needed to assemble all of the teachings of Jesus of Nazareth, the real Jesus, all the teachings of his disciples, the letters of his disciples, the Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the letters of Paul, the book of Revelations, everything. They gathered it together, and they produced the New Testament, for the complete New Testament for the first time. And using the New Testament, they went out to convert the disciples of the false Jesus and turn them into Noahites, into real believers, using the New Testament. That was the plan.
Akhirnya saudara, orang-orang di situ pun berkonsultasi, diskusi dengan murid-murid Yesus. Bagaimana sebenarnya ini, apa yang harus dilakukan. Dan akhirnya murid-murid Yesus memutuskan untuk mengumpulkan, menuliskan ya tentang perjanjian baru, New Testament, perjanjian baru, saudara. Untuk meluruskan segala pengajaran-pengajaran yang sudah disesatkan si Yesus yang palsu ini, saudara.
But even though they tried and they converted very successfully, unfortunately, a secret society of Notzrim continued to believe in their own Jesus rather than the Jesus of the New Testament.
Walaupun mereka berjuang sekeras mungkin, saudara, untuk melakukan perubahan, meluruskan perbaikan dan semuanya itu, saudara, tetap saja banyak orang yang tetap saja mengikuti pengajarannya yang Yesus yang palsu ini.
And so this, yes, it is exactly. That's a great Salman made a very good point there. Yeah, yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Close upper side.
Yeah. So anyway, the point is that these disciples of the wrong Jesus, of Magdalena's son, these are the Notzrim. They are what we would say are the. If I put up this book here, I'll just share this. They are the second beast. Now, the beast of the earth, the two horns, like a lamb, but they speak like a dragon. It means they look like Christians, but they're not actually Christians. And they exercise the name of the first beast. They exercise Jesus, in Jesus' name, Jesus power, all the time. But this the Jesus. And they cause the whole earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Jadi Yesus Nazaret ini Jesus, this fake Jesus, you mean
The disciples of this fake
it's
Jesus.
oh, the disciples. Oh, okay. The disciples is the second beast, right?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
ya, I got it. Jadi gini, pengikut-pengikut si Yesus palsu ini, saudara, Yesus Nazarin ini, anaknya si Maria Magdalena hasil dari pembuahan setan ini tadi, saudara, itu adalah iblis kedua dalam kitab Wahyu ini yang di hadapan saudara ini. Dia adalah iblis kedua yang dia punya dua tanduk, saudara, two horns like a lamb, seperti anak domba. Yeah.
They look like Christian.
Maybe you can say looks like a goat.
Well, it's like a lamb. The Bible specifically says lamb, not
Yeah,
goat.
lamb. Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
they are
So this is
actually
different. Yeah.
actually they are goats, but they look like Christians, but actually they're not.
Yeah. Okay. Jadi I repeat. Jadi itu saudara pengikut si Yesus palsu itu, Yesus Nazarin itu, ya anak Maria Magdalena hasil dari pembuahan setan itu, yang mana melalui si Yosi Nazarin yang dirasuki oleh setan 7 kepala itu, saudara, pengikutnya dia yang selama 30 tahun tadi bergerilya juga terus dan bertambah besar sekalipun si Yesus palsu itu mati, itu pengikutnya itu adalah iblis kedua di dalam kitab Wahyu yang dituliskan di hadapan saudara ini, yang dia sepertinya anak domba, sepertinya Kristen, saudara. Tetapi dia itu bicaranya itu kayak naga. Ya, kayak naga, saudara. He spoke like a dragon. Dragon ini adalah the first beast, iblis yang pertama yang tadi kita bahas ini, ya 666 ini.
So they look harmless, but actually they're very dangerous. And they
kelihatannya dia itu hangat, bersahabat gitu ya. Tapi sebenarnya dia berbahaya gitu loh. Maybe you can say like a wolf like,
yeah, wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Yeah.
Musang berbulu domba atau serigala berbulu domba, saudara.
And the point is they exercise all of the name of the first beast. They do everything with the name of the first beast. That is, they do everything under Jesus' name, and they cause everybody to worship the first beast.
Correct. Jadi ini pengikutnya ini yang adalah iblis kedua yang disebutkan di Wahyu ini, dia adalah pelaksana dari perintah si iblis pertama. Jadi yang melakukan segala sesuatunya itu, saudara, tentang mengajarkan tentang Yesus yang palsu, tentang menyembah Yesus yang palsu, tentang mengikuti ajaran Yesus yang palsu, yang Yesus yang lain, itu dilakukan oleh the second beast yang adalah iblis kedua, yaitu pengikutnya iblis yang pertama, pengikut dari Yesus palsu tadi, Yesus Nazarin tadi, saudara, anak si Maria Magdalena tadi, saudara.
And they will try to make you follow to receive the name of Yeshua Nazari, not the name of the real Jesus. They want you to receive the name of the false Jesus instead.
Jadi tanpa saudara sadari, dia itu yang melakukan saudara untuk memaksa saudara percaya, memaksa tanda kutip ya, percaya kepada nama itu, nama Yesus yang palsu itu, bukan Yesus yang dari Nazaret ya, tetapi Yesus Nazarin yang adalah nama setan tadi ya. Kalau kalian tadi, if you just if you just joining us, saudara, and you late, maybe you can go back in the video. We don't need to repeat, but just continue ya. Jadi kalian nggak usah saya ulangi, tapi kalian sudah paham tadi kita bilang tentang yang 666 itu adalah Yesus palsu itu ya, anaknya Maria Magdalena. Nah, jadi dipaksa untuk menyembah nama itu, tetapi bukan nama Yesus, tetapi Yesus yang palsu, Yesus yang adalah setan itu.
Yeah. So now let's talk about these people. They can pretend to be Christians. They can pretend to be Muslims. They can even pretend to be Jews. They can pretend to be atheists. Some of them very openly declare themselves to be the Church of Satan.
Jadi mereka bisa saja mengatakan dirinya bisa saja menjadi orang Kristen. Mereka juga bisa saja Muslim. Mereka juga bisa saja orang Yahudi. Bahkan mereka bisa juga menjadi ateis yang tidak percaya kepada Tuhan. Mereka di sini adalah iblis ini ya saudara, pengikutnya dia tadi, the second beast, iblis yang kedua ini. Tetapi mereka sebenarnya adalah pemuja gereja setan. Mereka adalah pengikut gereja setan, right? The
Yeah.
Satanic Church.
Yeah, but primarily they pretend to be Christians and Muslims. And that's like the two horns of this beast, Christians and Muslims. They look like lambs, but actually they're not lambs. Muslims is a religion of peace, but actually it's not a religion of peace. And sometimes they openly declare themselves the Church of Satan, which of course has also two horns like a lamb. You see, so they are everywhere, but you can't tell who they are. They are a very secret society, but they're getting more and more open these days.
Oke, mereka bisa saja berperilaku seperti orang Kristen, saudara. Karena dia tadi punya dua tanduk, tapi sebenarnya perilakunya perilaku setan. Mereka juga bisa berperilaku seperti orang Muslim, tetapi faktanya mereka perilakunya memang setan. Mereka bisa berperilaku juga seperti orang Yahudi, tapi sebenarnya mereka melakukan kelakuan setan. Jadi ini bisa di mana saja dan bisa jadi siapa saja. Karena mereka memiliki dua tanduk, because they have two horns like a lamb.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have to be very careful of them, unfortunately. So that's the basic story. Now, some people will get very angry when you try to talk to them about this, and that's probably because the mark of the beast they receive is two possibilities. It could be on their right hand, which means they don't really know, but in their effort, in their work, on their right hand stands for your work in Judaism, your effort. In their efforts, in their life work, they have already been received the wrong Jesus, and everything they've done, or their entire career, has been for the wrong Jesus. That's very difficult for them to give up their career, even though they didn't really understand what it was they were doing. And the others who receive the mark receive it on their forehead, and that means they do understand the entire story. They know the story, but they consciously subscribe to it because they believe that this is better than the New Testament. It's better to follow this doctrine than the New Testament. You see, there's two kinds of people: those who don't know the story, but their life work has been dedicated to it. That's the ones with the mark on their hand. And there's the others who know the entire story. They're really evil. They have it in their minds, and they really want to do the evil work.
Okay. We start from the mark on the right hand. This is about the carrier.
Carrier.
Right. Carrier. Jadi ini saudara, jadi ada dua jenis orang yang ditunggangi oleh setan ini, yang kita harus waspadai ya. Mereka itu memiliki tanda seperti ini. Ada yang tandanya tangan kanan itu, tangan right hand itu, tangan kanan itu bicara soal karir saudara, pekerjaan. Ada banyak orang yang nggak tahu apa yang harus dikerjakan, tapi ya mereka mengikuti saja. Jadi it's like people, maybe you can say like this, Joe, like people in the church. I'm talking about just Christian because I'm a Christian, because when we are talking about another religion, you can they will mad, right? So jadi saya contohkan orang Kristen aja saudara ya, nggak agama lain, karena saya orang Kristen, biar orang sana nggak bilang penistaan lah apalah. Jadi so like this, in a church, Christians, when a priest or pastor telling about preaching and preaching false, right? And the church don't understand, didn't get what the truth is, just following the pastor said, right? This is the kind of on the right hand, right?
Yes.
Something like that.
I'll say it more like this: that even the pastor himself doesn't know. He really thinks it's the truth because that's what he was taught. That's what the books say. That's what everybody told him.
Right. Because the pastors also never finding out the truth. Just following from the senior,
Yes.
the pastor before them,
Yeah.
and then just teaching like that, just
Yeah.
like just ritual.
Yeah. So we can say that these people have the mark on their right hands, but they're not initiated. They haven't been like secretly introduced to the secret doctrine. They don't really understand what it is that they're
Hmm.
doing.
Oke, ya, ya, yes, yes, understand. Jadi gini saudara, jadi ini contohnya ya, saya sebutkan contohnya yang hanya orang Kristen aja. Misalnya ini adalah orang-orang yang dalam gereja, contohnya pendeta. Pendeta dia mengajarkan, mengkhotbahkan atau menjelaskan tentang doktrin-doktrin atau dogma dalam gereja. Seperti ini, seperti ini. Dia khotbah yang seperti apa, tapi dia itu mengajarkan yang sesat gitu. Jadi jemaat itu nggak ngerti itu sesat atau benar, asal ngikut aja saudara. Makanya saya selalu bilang jangan latah pengajaran karena kamu nggak tahu kapan pendetamu jadi setan. Nah ini ngikut aja, tapi yang lebih parahnya lagi pendetanya ini pun dibilang tidak bisa disalahkan, kita juga nggak tahu ya, tapi ya tetap disalahkan. Seharusnya pendeta juga lebih belajar lagi tentang kebenaran. Masalahnya ada banyak pendeta yang mengajarkan penyesatan, dia pun nggak sadar sedang mengajarkan penyesatan karena dia nggak pernah menyelidiki kebenaran firman itu sendiri. Dia cuma mendengar dari atasan, dikhotbahkan dari pendetanya yang dulu, turunlah terus-terus. Ketika dia jadi pendeta, dia mengajarkan hal yang sama, akhirnya ya dia sesat dan dia menyesatkan orang lain. Itu contoh dari orang. Then who get mark on their right hand. Itu contohnya. Okay, and on their forehead.
Yeah, those are the ones who have been really initiated. They agree with this. They know what it's about, and they do it on purpose. They know. You understand? Do you understand me?
Yeah, and then pardon?
Do you understand me? The ones who have it on their forehead, okay? The ones who have it on their forehead, they are the ones, they know actually what they're doing. They're not innocent. They genuinely know what
Oh,
they're doing.
they really know,
Yeah,
but they teaching false.
they know it, and they do it
They
on
misguide
purpose
people.
and intentionally. Right, that's right.
Wow. Jadi ini kalau yang dia forehead saudara, ini jenis orang yang contohnya saya contohkan lagi in the church. Contohnya lagi. Itu dia tahu sebenarnya yang diajarkan itu sesat. Dia tahu dan memang itu that's the purpose ya. Itu memang
Yeah.
tujuannya to misguided people untuk menyesatkan orang banyak saudara. Ini jenis orang ini. Nah, makanya ini yang harus saudara waspadai di sekitar kita. Beware with these two peoples with two horns on the head like a lamb. Jadi ini yang harus kita waspadai di sekitar kita. Sekalipun kita orang Kristen, kita harus lihat-lihat orang-orang di gereja ini. Makanya, that's why I always say, Joe, when you hear something preaching from your pastors, check again
Yes.
from the Bible.
Yes.
So if you understand, know the truth by yourself, from you and God, between you and God, when someone that say, I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor, I'm telling, giving message, God message from God, blah, 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 and you will realize and you will understand which is from God, which is from demon, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Itu makanya saya selalu bilang saudara, kalau mau dengar pendeta, cek lagi kebenarannya. Baca lagi Alkitabmu, cek kebenarannya. Jangan cuma asal latah pengajaran dengar gitu aja tanpa kau cek kebenarannya. Karena kau nggak tahu kapan dia jadi setan. Jadi pada saat kau tahu kebenaran Alkitabmu, mau pendeta A ngomong B, C, D, E, apa semua itu saudara kau akan tahu. Pendeta ngomong benar atau yang menyesatkan. Dia menyampaikan pesan Tuhan atau dari setan gitu saudara. Okay, next, Joe.
Well, all I would say is that with regards to those who have a mark on their right hand, they are possessed by demons. And you could exorcise the demon. And from a Judaic perspective, we say, in this case, you should change your name, because everybody who's received the mark of the beast doesn't have their name written in the book of life. So when you exorcise somebody from a demon who has the mark on their right hand, it's very difficult, because they will have to give up their whole life work. Maybe they've been a pastor all of their lives, or they have a huge reputation. Maybe they've written many books, and then when they realize it, it might be very difficult for them to escape from the mark of the beast. But we say that you could exorcise the demon from them, and then change their name, and they will be saved. But as for those who have received the mark on their forehead, then there's no chance you can convert them.
How to change the name? How they
Just
change the name?
just change your name. This is what Christians used to do. When they became Christian, they used to get baptized, and they used to take a new
Oh,
name.
baptism. Okay.
Take a new name. Yeah.
Jadi ini saudara, no one could buy or sell unless he had marked the name of the beast of the number's name.
Yeah.
Nah, jadi saudara, orang yang memiliki tanda-tanda ini, pardon, can you repeat?
So I'm just saying that with regards to the two kinds of people, those who have a mark on the right hand and those who have a mark on their forehead, it is possible to convert those who have marks on their right hands. But it's very difficult for them to be exorcised. You have to exorcise the demons from them, baptize them, and give them a new name. But
Wait, hold on. Jadi orang-orang yang memiliki tanda-tanda ini, saudara, ini bisa mereka bertobat atau berpindah, tetapi itu sangat sulit sekali, very difficult. Karena artinya ketika kau memiliki tanda ini, artinya kau harus melakukan kegiatan-kegiatan persetanan ini. Saya sebut aja bahasa begitu ya, dunia-dunia persetanan yang dari ajaran si Yesus palsu ini. Tetapi bisa aja mungkin menghilangkan tanda ini dengan cara kau harus dilahirkan kembali, seperti dibaptis ulang gitu. Dibaptis ya dengan benar, dan kau harus diberi nama baru. Okay, after baptised, you have to get a new name.
Yeah. Because everybody who received the mark of the beast, their names are not written in the book of life. So they need to have a new name. Yeah.
Jadi dipercayai, this is from Judaism ya, I'm talking about the Judaism. Nah, dari ini agama Yahudi mempercayai bahwa ketika kau memiliki dua tanda ini, saudara, baik yang di tangan kananmu atau di kepalamu, itu artinya kau tidak lagi memiliki nama di kitab kehidupan. Jadi caranya supaya namamu itu ada lagi dituliskan dengan nama baru, kau harus dibaptis dan diberi nama baru. Itu kepercayaan orang Yahudi, that's Judaism.
But as for those who have received the mark on their forehead, you will not convert them.
Wow. Oh, this is fatal. This is the end. This is game over.
Yeah, okay. Game over. Yeah.
Oh, jadi ini saudara, sorry saya ralat, itu ternyata hanya untuk terjadi bagi yang ada tanda di tangan kanannya, tapi kalau sudah ada tanda di kepala kau nggak bisa, artinya kau sudah pasti mati, pasti neraka gitu loh saudara. Artinya game over, finish, nggak bisa diubah, no repetition, tidak ada pertobatan, that's the last.
Yeah.
On the forehead.
Yeah, that's right. So that's all I've got to say about the story. I hope you found it interesting. I hope that you will keep your eyes open. Check yourselves for the mark of the beast. Make sure that you read the New Testament. Read it very carefully. Make sure you feel no problem to obey absolutely everything that the New Testament tells you to do. If you feel uncomfortable about obeying something in the New Testament, or if you are finding contradictions in the New Testament, or if you find something which indicates that maybe Jesus himself is a hypocrite in the New Testament, it's probable that you have been influenced by this society, and you need to cleanse yourself from the false doctrines.
Slowly. Okay. Jadi yang pertama saudara, ini saya harapkan, Joe, kita berharap, we hope ya, from this explanation, dari penjelasan ini, Joe explains everything about this story. Joe udah menjelaskan tentang cerita ini, kita bisa memperhatikan di sekeliling kita orang-orang yang jenis seperti ini, yang possessed by demon, yang dirasuki setan dari Yesus yang lain, Yesus palsu ini, the fake Jesus ini ya saudara yang tadi disampaikan. Apakah itu orang-orang di sekitar kita yang terdekat dengan kita, or maybe it's us, mungkin itu adalah kita, right Joe? We don't know. Jadi
the only way to know, I think, is if you read the New Testament and you find that you are uncomfortable with something which has been said.
Correct. Nah, jadi cara mengetahuinya adalah dengan cara membaca New Testament, perjanjian baru. Jika kau mendapatkan ketidaknyamanan, uncomfortable when you reading New Testament, saat kau tidak nyaman membaca tentang perjanjian baru, ketika kau mendapatkan dalam perjanjian baru itu adalah tentang Yesus yang adalah hypocrisy, ya,
Yeah, or hypocrites. Yeah, yeah.
hypocrite, kemunafikan, munafik, Yesus yang Yesus penipu dan macam itu jelas-jelas bukan Yesus yang sebenarnya, tetapi but it's a fake Jesus, right?
Yeah, it means that if you're reading this and you feel uncomfortable, it means that your Jesus is not the Jesus of the New Testament, and you need to get exorcism. You need to try to cleanse yourself, repent, and pray for help, so that you can believe in the Jesus of the New Testament.
Jadi kalau right, okay, I got it. Jadi saudara, kalau misalnya saudara ketika membaca, when you read Bible ya,
Yeah.
ketika kau membaca Alkitabmu, or maybe you meet people around you, right, Joe?
Yeah.
In your community, when you said when you are a Christian and you in Christian community, ketika kau adalah orang Kristen dan kau berada di kumpulan Kristen, tetapi kau mendapati saudaramu dan orang-orang itu, kau merasa tidak nyaman, kau melihat mereka tidak seperti Yesus yang di dalam perjanjian baru, saudara, tidak melakukan apa yang Yesus lakukan di perjanjian baru, artinya mereka adalah Yesus yang palsu. Mereka mengikuti Yesus yang lain, right, Joe?
Well, I guess so. I don't know what you said, but I hope
Wait,
so.
I'll tell you in English. So I said like this: if we are Christian and around Christians, right? But we're not comfortable with them because we found them not like Jesus in New Testament.
In the New Testament,
Means means they are worshiping another Jesus, and following the teachings of another Jesus, this fake Jesus, right?
Yeah. It's really, remember, according to our Jewish stories, that the Sanhedrin gave authority to the disciples of Jesus to assemble the New Testament as the only weapon which you can use against these Notzrim. That's the only weapon you can use against them. Some of them will convert with the New Testament, but some of them will only pretend to convert because they're afraid that the numbers are against them. Okay, but the point of it is, your only weapon really is the words of the New Testament. If you can find that they have hypocrisy with the words of the New Testament, if you find that you yourself have hypocrisy with the words of the New Testament, then you need help, or they need help. Okay, so you need to pray. Okay.
Yes. Oh ya, they need help. Yeah, of course. Jadi gini saudara, Joe bilang kalau di orang-orang Yahudi sendiri, bagi mereka sangat mudah untuk mengetahui orang itu, karena mereka kan sudah dapat cerita yang itu sendiri tentang siapa Yesus yang palsu dan Yesus yang sebenarnya seperti apa gitu. Jadi Joe itu menyarankan kepada kita, kalau kita ada di sekeliling itu, orang-orang yang seperti itu sebenarnya gampang saja, saudara. Ketika kita merasa tidak nyaman dan kita melihat, menjumpai ada kemunafikan yang terjadi, ya, yang tidak sesuai dengan Yesus yang di dalam perjanjian baru, Jesus in New Testament, itu artinya ya kita harus hati-hati di situ ya untuk sekeliling kita. Atau kita juga bisa mencek diri kita sendiri, apakah kita juga adalah sedang menyembah Yesus yang palsu tadi, yang bukan Yesus dari Nazaret tapi Yesus di Nazarin, itu yang adalah 666, adalah iblis itu, saudara. Jadi kalau saudara merasa tidak nyaman ketika membaca Yesus dalam perjanjian baru, merasa tidak nyaman, terusik roh saudara, merasa berontak gitu, hati-hati saudara, jangan-jangan saudara adalah sedang mengikuti ajaran dari Yesus di Nazarin itu. Ya, karena pasti merasa kayaknya gerah melihat cerita tentang Yesus yang di perjanjian baru, dan artinya saudara butuh pertolongan dan segera berdoa dan bertobat. Correct, Joe? Like this, Joe. I said like this: if we not comfortable when we're reading about Jesus in New Testament, we feel like, wow, I don't like it. Oh my God, I hate this. I hate this Jesus like this. Means there's something wrong with us. Maybe we are worshiping this fake Jesus, this Jesus from Nazareth, right?
Yes.
So we need help. We need to repent.
Yes. Yes, but it might be a small feeling. It might be a very small feeling, but there is
Yeah.
some hypocrisy. Okay,
Yes,
so
hypocrisy. And
because
when we facing people Jesus through Jesus, we fight so much. We hate them so much. So hatred.
of course, look what happened to me when I told this story 2 days ago. Suddenly, a Christian started
Mm.
typing hatred against the Jews. It's like, well, how can you hate the Jews? Because first of all, Jesus was the king of the Jews. Second of all, the Jews are the ones who are entrusted with the oracles of God. And Jesus also said to obey the Pharisees. So how can you
Also,
hate the
also like this, Joe. Disciples also Jews.
and the
Jews.
disciples are Jewish. So
Yeah.
how can you hate the Jews? But the argument is, well, no, you're not a real Jew. You're the synagogue of Satan because you're not messianic Jew. But wait a second, you know, the story which I've told you today is not a messianic Jewish story. This is a story from Judaism. We have a from Orthodox Judaism. Which by the way is difficult for people in Indonesia to find out about because the websites are blocked in Indonesia. You're not allowed to find the true information about Judaism. But the
Mm.
story comes from Judaism, and this we have always encouraged Christians to believe in Jesus of Nazareth and to believe and obey the New Testament.
Mm.
So we're not an enemy. We're not enemies to Christians. If you find Jews who are enemies to Christians, they don't represent Orthodox Judaism. They maybe represent some. Maybe they are Nazarene, pretending to be Jews.
Mhm. Oke. Jadi gini saudara ya. Jadi seperti yang saya bilang tadi saudara. Kalau kalian merasa diri kalian tidak nyaman membaca tentang Yesus dalam perjanjian baru dan kalian kayaknya itu yang tadi saya contohkan itu sesuatu yang contoh yang kecil, perasaan yang kebencian yang kecil. Tetapi ketika kalian membenci orang Yahudi yang teramat besar rasa benci itu saudara, bahkan bukan cuma orang Yahudi atau saudaramu lah yang benci banget apalagi orang Yahudi. Itu udah jelas-jelas kalian sedang menyembah Yesus yang palsu. Karena kalau seorang Kristen yang benar, the real Christian will not hate Jews. Ya, tidak akan
Right.
membenci orang Yahudi gitu. Karena banyak alasan. Yang pertama, Yesus itu raja orang Yahudi. Itu kalian harus catat. Dan yang kedua, the King of Jews. Yang kedua, Yesus yang kita sembah Mesias itu, yang kita imani sebagai orang Kristen. Yang kedua, Yesus itu datang untuk orang Yahudi dan Yesus itu lahir di tanah Yahudi. Itu kalian harus pahami. Terus yang ketiga juga saudara, ya, itu murid-murid Yesus, para rasul, itu orang Yahudi saudara. Bahkan para nabi pun orang Yahudi. Also the prophets, not only the disciples,
Right.
the Jews, itu orang Yahudi. Jadi makanya yang saya selalu bilang saudara, don't got mistaken, jangan salah saudara, jangan mau dipropaganda oleh orang-orang pengabdi setan who worship Satan. Don't follow them who worship Satan, who said that Christians or Jews hate Christian or Christian hate Jews.
Right.
It's a propaganda. It's a wrong information.
They
You
want
got
to
me, guys?
they want to cut us off from each other. They want to
Ya, karena
separate us from each other. They
mereka mau
want
memisahkan kita, mereka mau menghancurkan kita antara orang Kristen dan Yahudi. Jadi
yeah.
don't stop it.
And they
Don't be
want
stupid.
they want to present themselves as a new alternative to the friendship with the Jews. You don't need to be friends with Jews. You don't need to. You have to hate the Pharisees. Follow us instead.
False, ya,
Yes,
itulah yang salah. It's false, ya saudara. Itulah yang salah, itulah yang sesat. Tidak ada seperti itu. Kalau saudara, if you really Christian who worship true Jesus, who worship real Jesus, not the Satan with name Jesus Nazarene. Kalau kalian benar-benar orang Kristen yang menyembah Yesus yang benar, bukan Yesus palsu yang Nazarene itu, kalian tidak boleh membenci orang Yahudi. We are Christian have to love Jews because Jews are our brothers and sisters. They are family.
Yes.
You cannot get Bible without them. Understand?
Yes. Very good. Very good. All right then. So that's all I've got time for today. I appreciate you taking the time off to talk to me. Let me talk about this on your show. Do you have any questions before I go?
No, I understand all what you're saying.
Baruch Hashem.
I always got, I don't know, knowledge, a lot of things. When you join me, when you come to my room, to my home, this is so pleasure, Joe. You
Thank
coming
you. Thank
here.
you so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
This is
I'm
this
happy to
is
have.
this is very, very great.
Yeah,
So people will understand. Orang-orang, especially my people Indonesian.
yeah.
Ini orang-orang jadi akan paham, will understand and will can beware with these people. No surprise, Joe, okay, I have to tell this about the Trinitarian, also the ones and blah 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 with the in Indonesia nowadays on YouTube
I
everywhere,
I
right?
have I have run out of time, and I've got to go. Is it all right if I go at this point?
Okay. You
Okay,
have okay.
I'm sorry because I
All
do
right.
have an appointment. So I'm very
Oh, okay.
grateful. God bless you. I'm going to leave now, and I wish you all the best. Take care.
Okay, thank you, Joe. I love you,
Thank you.
bro.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
God bless. Bye bye. Bye bye.
God
Bye
bless
bye.
you. Bye. Thank you, Joe. Oke, saudara, itulah ceritanya. Saya nggak akan lama ya, tapi kalian bisa lihat dari cerita ini kalian bisa mengetahui orang yang tadi mengaku-ngaku orang Kristen. Jadi tidak heran ya kalau bisa dilihat antara perseteruan dengan orang-orang penganut doktrin Allah Tritunggal dan juga yang oneness dan macam itu semuanya. Bagaimana mereka orang-orang penganut doktrin Allah Tritunggal itu sangat sangat kejam, sangat sadis dari perkataannya, dari perlakuannya, dari perkataannya, dari responnya ketika kita menceritakan tentang Yesus adalah Tuhan Juru Selamat satu-satunya, the King of Kings gitu ya saudara. Dan mereka nggak terima tentang hal itu dan menjadikan Yesus nomor 2. Kalian sudah tahu jawabannya. Bahwa mereka mengira bahwa mereka menyembah Yesus Kristus yang benar. Padahal mereka menyembah setan. Dengan kata lain, Yesus yang lain. Oke, saya berdoa dalam nama Tuhan Yesus. Tuhan, bukakan setiap hati, pikiran, roh, jiwa kami untuk kebenaran firman-Mu. Orang yang haus dan lapar akan kebenaran, Engkau nyatakan dirimu secara pribadi karena Kau Yesus Kristus adalah kebenaran dan kebenaran akan memerdekakan kami. Terima kasih Tuhan untuk semua pengajaran ini. Biarlah apa yang baik, apa yang benar, apa yang dari Tuhan itu memenuhi akal pikiran kami dan menyertai langkah kami. Terima kasih Tuhan Yesus, aku hamba-Mu, ini bukan tentang aku di balik salib-Mu, semua kemuliaan hanya bagi nama-Mu. Dulu sekarang dan selama-lamanya Tuhan Yesus Kristus, haleluya. Thank you guys, thank you brothers and sisters. Saya akan mention you one by one yang nggak bisa saya sebutkan satu persatu. See you in the next live streaming. Sampai ketemu di live streaming kita selanjutnya. Pesan saya, beware, waspadalah. I'm Pastor Sarah. God bless you all.